Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, I had to find a place to use that. Our good friend Stuka sent that to me in an email the other night, and I actually showed this to Ryan last night. I stitched it into the opener for our Saturday show, but I really wanted to do that live at some point. Welcome to our 4th of July co-stream. We are streaming currently to my channel, my Twitter, Ryan's channel, Ryan's Twitter, and we have with us a guest from the UK, Cal, also known as the Divided Kingdom. Welcome, buddy.
He's on a bus. Bear with him. He's on the road. He's
What's up, fools?
Holy shit!
Hey, Larry, good to see you. Happy Independence Day.
Yeah. Hey, Larry, how you doing, man?
Now I'm insulted, Ryan.
Why?
I'm insulted that my buddy, who decided to do a stream today, somebody who served this country, and did not tell him that he was doing the stream today.
It was in the Screaming Into the Void chat.
Yeah, when I decided to do it, I posted it for everybody.
Yeah, the chat that I wasn't included in.
You're in that chat.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not.
I'm not.
Cal's like, I'm not.
I'm not. I'm just happy to be here.
Cal, it's nice to know that you care, and welcome to America. We always need true patriots. Not every true patriot was born and raised here. I'm going to tell you that right now. A lot of the most patriotic people I served were from other countries.
Yeah, hey, I can't wait to get out this cesspit. I'm going to earn my money here and get to hopefully Tennessee, Texas, Florida. They're the top 3.
There you go. There you go.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We got some people in chat. And yes, Larry, I just double checked. You are in the SATV group chat.
No, I'm not.
It just said
you deleted me off the chat. Oh, wait a minute. No wonder I didn't see it. My phone is off.
I posted this at like midnight, dude.
My phone is off. It died. It died while I was sleeping.
Do not have a phone charger?
I do, but it was unplugged. I didn't take it in the room with me.
Okay. Fair enough. But that
I was doing something else listen, hold on, everybody.
Not my fault.
Because Sam is trying to make me look stupid. First of all, the reason why my phone sat out here is because I was doing something else in another room most of the night. That other thing that I was doing, I didn't want a phone or anything because I didn't need my phone. I needed latex.
What?
You do know what latex is, don't you, Ryan?
Yeah, I know exactly what it is.
And you know what's done with it.
Yeah, and you know what? And it still doesn't negate the fact that you came busting in like the... Really?
You're supposed to be helping me make Samuel look bad, not back him up.
You the one busting in like the Kool-Aid man.
Oh yeah.
Well, why are you busting up? You gotta wait till marriage.
I had a response for that, but I'm not gonna say it because I'm not gonna say it because Zillage is here, and
fine.
I promise Zillage I'll be on my best behavior.
Now that you're hijacking things like an airplane.
Yeah, he's jacking things, right?
Yeah. Hey, I was under order from a certain feline to hijack planes, so.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of which, she also has the link if she chooses to stop in tonight.
You mean a female? I thought you meant feline is okay. Forgive me.
Oh no, she's a feline. She's definitely a feline.
The Lioness Exiled, or Amira, as she's known to those of us who know her. But
Amira as in Lioness.
Yes.
Yeah, no, she's a good cat. God bless her.
She's a good cat. That's good.
Well, you called her feline.
Well, yeah. You know, it's funny. Larry and I we hang out with 2 Muslim women on the internet, and both of them identify with cats.
Yes, they do.
Inshallah. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. One of them's Egyptian though, so you know, cats are kind of in her whole thing.
Oh yeah. Dude, they basically played cats, didn't they? Them Egyptians. They love
Yeah,
it.
they used to worship them. So
They should make a cat feed out of pyramids, that'd be sick.
So Samuel, we should introduce the wonderful guest, Cal, Divided Kingdom. He is currently traveling through the UK.
Yeah,
God bless him. He's on a stream with these treasonous colonists.
I'm British. Who are you calling the colonists? That's my title.
No. We're the treasonous colonists. Remember? Yeah, we committed treason. Happy Treason Day.
I've been hearing that from all over Twitter today.
I know that's one of my favorite sayings. Happy Treason Day. But you know what's awesome is the fact that the British and the United States have been basically close close allies ever since. So fuck it, let's have some fun.
Yeah, I saw Rishi Sunak today. He drove past. I was at Parliament for about 5 minutes. I saw an MP who was the Brexit minister. I went, "Hello, Mr. Davis." His name's David Davis. "Hello, Mr. Davis." He turned around, he smiled, waved at me, buggered off. And then I was like, "It'll be really cool if we saw someone else." And then I just heard police sirens, and Rishi Sunak's motorcade came whizzing past. I saw him through the window. So I saw the Prime Minister today. So that's the first. There's only for like 1 second.
Bard Story says, "Happy it's only treason if you lose day."
Oh, Trump said at the midterms. If he wins, it's all him. If he loses, he has nothing to do with it.
Yep. So, but yeah, welcome to the show. Cal was supposed to be with us on Saturday, but some real life stuff got in the way. So we have him with us today for as long as he's willing to be here. Actually, we're gonna hang out. We're gonna have a good time. Celebrate Independence Day. I personally don't have any plans. That's why I'm wasting my day on the internet. So if for all of you who maybe don't have anywhere to go or anyone to spend it with, you're welcome to spend it with us.
Yeah, absolutely. The holidays are for celebration and stuff like that, and for hanging out, goofing off, and just having a good time. And oh man, look at that rainy British countryside. I have to admit, I do have a special place in my heart for the British countryside because of Top Gear. I will always love the shenanigans of that country. But yeah, no, it's I'm glad everybody could join us and stuff like that. We're just gonna have some fun. So
I may have to go for 5 minutes, but I'll be right back on.
No, you're good.
In case I'm going off this bus onto another, but I still got a little bit. We're just getting into Bristol now, which is like it's like southwest. So London is the southeast, Bristol's the southwest, and I reside. I'm technically in Bristol, but I'm not in the city. That's all I'll say. I love Bristol.
Fair enough. Yeah, don't dox yourself, man. But
yeah.
I'm Bristolian.
Yeah, we'll be here, man. Go ahead. Do what you got to do.
I'm not going just yet.
So, yeah, real quick, let's say hello to the chat that we've got here with us. I see Moose Maneuver. Happy America Day. I'm assuming you're Canadian with a name like that, but
he's either Canadian or I know he's in the Cool Frog circles. So
yeah, fair enough. Welcome to the show. Welcome, Grimm's Bar. Zillage with us. Zillage is always shows up. He's awesome. I got Bernie here. We got Shadow of Hawk, who I in the spirit of the holiday, and because you're an American kid, I am not going to show the meme of you getting fucked in the ass by a cactus sideways. Yeah. By the way, my show's a little bit more risque than Amira's is. Just so you're aware, Cal.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Do you have a naughty corner? Am I going to get sent to a naughty corner?
No, there's no naughty corner here.
No, there's no naughty corner here.
Tyler the Redbeard, good to see you, buddy. Luke Castley. Luke Castley is a fantastic woman, and she is exemplary of the American ideal and the American dream.
Yep.
Came to us from communist Venezuela.
Ooh,
Yep,
how'd you get out?
By the skin of her teeth.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, but she's we're glad she's here. We're glad she's one of us now, and I am personally very glad to have known her. She's fantastic.
I'm glad you
And
got out one piece.
we also have another Brit in chat, UA. Good to see you.
Castle there, real quick. So you got a yellow castle on the hill. Thought I'd show you that. We're full of castles. It's a bit small now, but that yellow thing there, it's gone now, mate. But right behind me is a castle.
Nice.
Yellow. So yeah, yellow castle. So it's a castle, then an asylum, and then we banned asylums. That's for better or for worse. And now it's a castle again, so it's not fun. I think it's like you can rent it out for like parties and hotels.
Oh, I believe that. Yeah, absolutely. Probably celebrities from our country, rent it out to have weddings there because they're vapid and vain.
Well, you got Ryan Reynolds. He was a Welsh football club. We're quite Wales. Wales is a separate country to England, but it is the UK. So Ryan Reynolds, he always comes down to Wales. He's pretty much turned part of Wales around. Like the whole of Wrexham has been changed by Ryan Reynolds alone.
Yeah, no. Just for the
Yeah.
record, it
Wales
was
is
so
cool.
awesome to see them beat the women's U.S. soccer team because over here the U.S. women's soccer team think there's something special. So
What, the Welsh one?
yeah,
Yeah, well, I don't
Yeah.
watch women's football because it's women's football. I mean,
yeah. No, I know, but our the U.S. women's football team thinks there's something special that they can take on men, and of course Ryan Reynolds team
yeah,
destroyed them.
bear with.
Yeah,
So I like that a bit. I heard what you said though. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds, he's a good guy. He's a goat. He's a good dog. I like him. Funny guy too. He sounds Canadian
Yes.
though. He doesn't sound too American, does he? Is he Canadian or is he American?
No, he is Canadian. He is Canadian.
But he lives in America. He's a citizen.
Yep.
He's taxed there. I
Mhm.
assume he's
Yeah.
in California. Right? Is he
Yeah,
California?
he is Canadian. We have quite a few Canadian actors that live here that are
more than a few. More than a few.
high celebrity profiles. Yeah.
It's funny because about half of the actors in Hollywood immigrated from Canada or the UK, and about half of the actors in Vancouver, Canada, are American.
Yeah. Yep.
So, it's almost like we got a weirdo exchange program.
Well, the irony is that what he did that movie, that romantic comedy with Sandra Bullock, where she was supposedly from Canada, and the roles are actually reversed, where
Yeah.
he's the one who's really from Canada and she's the American. But it was just funny to see that they did that movie like in reverse. But anyway,
Yep. Now, before we get too further,
No,
What's that?
that won't work out. Will it? So I don't understand the difference. You know what I'm saying? You just got to keep it history as it is. Just tell the truth, like.
yeah, fair enough.
I'm a bit
Before
like
we before we get too much further, I would like to point out that we don't have any topics today. This is a hangout stream, so we're just going to kind of talk about whatever comes up. And I also want to say, like I did at the top of the show, unless I forgot, which is possible, I might have been backstage. Happy Independence Day to everybody out there. Even if you're not in America or from America, happy Independence Day. Because, I mean, let's face it, without us, the world would have fallen into darkness and chaos a long time ago.
wow.
What? American.
Yeah, no, I know. I don't disagree at all. I'm just talking shit, to be honest.
You know, I know there's people out there who say that we're we built our nation on evil and we do all these horrible things in the world. And I'd say that to an extent that's probably true, but I would also say what empire hasn't?
Yeah.
And also we're the greatest empire that's ever existed.
Mhm.
Ever.
British
Yeah.
Empire.
I mean, we did start as an extension of the British Empire. Yes, we did.
Oh yeah, and then we booted you guys out, and we got better.
I mean, we have taken a lot of ideals from them. Obviously, our flag is made up of many of the same colors. I think we did it a little bit better.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what I'm saying, man. It's like how long has Britain been a thing, right?
Oh
Couple
God,
thousand years,
long time.
right?
Queen's country, it's God's country, kind of.
Yeah. But couple thousand years, right? We
Yeah.
were only a country for 187 years when we took on the world stage. I mean, we did it in record time, baby.
I will say this: we're also kind of letting weirdos dismantle it in record time, but we're working on it. We're working on it.
UA says you're welcome.
Thank you, UA. We appreciate you.
Luke Castley says the first country that came with aid for the 72 deadly Nicaraguan earthquake was the U.S. Yeah. To be fair, though, Luke Castley, as far as in the Americas themselves, it's pretty much us in Canada with the capabilities to do something like that. At least in 72, especially.
Yeah. And Canada's not going to help because Canada is always like, wait, hold on. They always Canada's kind of like that cousin that looks at the US like, so there's a problem over there. Are you gonna go? Because you're gonna go. What kind of hang?
They weren't always like that, though. That's
no, I
recent
know
development. Like you go back. Carrie tells a story about. I think it was in the trenches of World War I, where the Canadian troops were like going through trench lines and just bayoneting German soldiers, but they were apologizing while they were doing it.
No, Canada used to have a lot bigger balls, but yeah, they've really kind of been timid over the last I'd probably say the last 4 decades.
They're weak. Canada's weak. We're weak. Britain's weak right now, but we look at Canada. We're like, we're not that bad.
I think it's because of that French influence. If you want my honest opinion.
Yeah, no. It doesn't help. It doesn't help.
No,
but you got a fruitcake at the helm as well.
Oh my goodness!
Welcome, Nomi.
Hello.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July.
Oh, she is rocking. She's rocking the 4th outfit and everything.
I am. It's my favorite holiday.
Very patriotic.
That's right, Nomi-tron.
Yeah. I heard the 4th was happening, and so I booked a flight. I'm letting you celebrate me being away from you guys. I'm gonna take it back over.
He's gonna try.
He's gonna try.
Here's the thing. You're more than welcome to try, but keep this in mind. Americans are not restricted to knife fights.
We are not.
I'll shank you in it. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Also, at the same time, we're kind of intoxicating, so you might just find yourself enveloped by us, not wanting to leave.
You pick up some good
I won't want to leave. I won't want to leave. No.
We got some exotic ladies here that might tempt you a little bit.
I love the exotic.
Speaking of,
okay. No, I tell you, the exotic ladies I love a bit of spice. I know I'm British, but I do love my spices.
Oh, well, I am Mexican, so I do have a lot of spice in me.
Oh,
you have a boyfriend.
¿Cómo estás, señorita?
Wait, I'm sorry, what'd you say, Cal?
¿Cómo estás, señorita?
Oh, muy bien, usted.
Oh, I don't actually speak French, my dear. Sorry.
Spanish.
I'm thinking the Mickey, bro. Don't you worry.
No, yo hablo español. Muy bien.
Gracias. Nice.
I think he only speaks a little bit of Espanol.
No, I'm learning Welsh. I'm spending my time trying to learn a bit of Welsh, and I have a little bit of everything. I'm not fluent in anything but English. Pretty much what I know. Bit of Russian. I had a lot of Estonian friends online, So that's why my accent's a bit weird. You can't pinpoint me. You know I'm English, but you can't pinpoint me. Where I'm at right now in Bristol, like they talk like that. So like it's in proper Bristolian accent. If I was like talking proper like Bristolian, I sound like this.
Oh, okay.
But I'm a mix of like European, a bit posh, British, a mix. I'm a mixed mutt.
Well, welcome. Well, you're gonna be in the land of mixed mutts here real soon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We are a
Well,
boiling pot
probably
here.
a pedigree.
That's what makes
Oh,
it.
there you go.
That's what
You know,
makes
it's
this fun.
funny.
As long
Out
as
where I
long as it's
live
not a
at,
crackpot, I'm happy.
out where I live at, man, there isn't a purebred anybody. You
Yeah.
know, everybody out here is a mix of native and white or something else.
Like Elizabeth Warren, isn't it?
Yeah. No, we when we colonize, we do it but good.
Yeah, we try.
Okay.
So we got some people coming in. See Dempsey. Hello, man. Happy 4th of July. Happy
What's up,
Independence
Dempsey?
Day, sir. I don't know. Did I miss somebody? I think I might have missed somebody.
Why are you missing people, man?
I don't believe. M's Mad World. Welcome.
What is up there,
Happy
Ems?
Independence
Hi.
Day. Haven't seen you in a minute. Glad to
Alright.
have you. So yeah, basically. Oh, guys. So I forgot where I was going with that. Just happy Independence Day.
All right,
It happens.
derailed.
On occasion, streamers have brain farts. It does happen.
It does.
Just for the record, he hasn't had a lot of sleep, so let's all have a pity party for him.
No, you don't get a pity.
I'm
I
just
never have a lot of
kidding.
sleep. Last night was entirely avoidable and my own fault. So, it was, I was up late setting this up, and then I was chatting with Ryan for a little bit, and then I decided I was going to watch like 3 or 4 episodes of the X-Files back to back before I went to sleep.
I want to watch The Sopranos. Sopranos is good, man.
It's an acquired taste, I think, but yeah.
Yeah. You're
No,
breaking my
it's-
balls.
Yeah, The Sopranos is a big hit.
I love Breaking Bad. That's my favorite show, Breaking Bad.
Oh, massive hit, Breaking Bad, massive hit.
My friend worked on that show.
Yeah, us Americans like our Breaking Bad. Probably says more about our culture and drugs than anything. I don't know.
Gotta
I-
represent the Z estate.
Yeah, we love the meth out here.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
It's funny because
I had a friend. He watched it. He wanted to try it. So you can't get it over here. He's like, "Oh, I want to try it to see what it's like." I'm like, "Brother, are you serious? It's a TV show about like a destructive drug. People die." He's like, "Yeah, but don't you just want to try it?" I'm like, "No, I don't want to try it, man."
Yeah,
Oh, no.
there's a street in Pennsylvania that he can go visit that'll talk him right out of that.
Yeah, I know, right?
yep.
Yeah, just word of advice: if they have bad teeth, avoid them.
Stay away.
Yeah, like if their
But
teeth
yeah.
are all disintegrated, yeah, that and they got spots on their face, yeah, stay away.
Yeah,
I-
I was just to say if they have bad acne, stay away.
He did give us a little bit of his itinerary, so he's going to be visiting mostly the good states. So I think he's going to be okay.
But just in case, though, since you're going to be staying hopefully for the long haul, get your citizenship, get yourself a shotgun. Don't worry about it, because if somebody breaks into your home and they don't speak English, they'll understand what that click means.
Yep.
Get yourself a shot.
No, he's not wrong.
No, I know, but he's not even on the plane yet. And you told the man to get a shotgun.
Hey, I'm not gonna pull any punches. I'm not gonna wait till the man gets off the plane. It's not like he's gonna get held up at at gunpoint or anything once he lands. But
No, he's
I'm
not.
giving him. I'm doing when I got in the army. People was giving me warnings way in advance.
Mexican Americans.
I
Exactly.
know, right?
Mexican Americans.
That's funny.
We are apparently we're the official welcoming party for him right now.
Woo!
He's like, I'm gonna
Yep.
turn around.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, Cal or the Divided Kingdom, first of all, he's got a pretty awesome channel. Talks a lot about what's going on in the UK, particularly in regards with policy and immigration. and how that's been basically detrimental to everybody involved. But he does talk a lot about that stuff. He's got a lot to say about that. Go check him out. His link is in the description. I will be adding some links in the description too, as we go along. And yeah, he's a good dude. We appreciate having him with us, even if he is from the wrong side of the pond. But he knows that, and he's heading over here.
And he's on the wrong side of history as well.
Oh wow!
Damn.
Oh.
Wow!
He's correcting that though. He's traveling to the United States for a time here in the next 24 hours.
Yeah, my flight is in. I don't want to say the exact time. It's less than 24 hours. But yeah.
Yeah, it's I flew from Frankfurt, Germany, to Atlanta, so yeah, you got a long trek, but yeah, safe flight
Hey,
though.
Hey Cal, I got some advice for you too. If you ever find yourself hanging around with Nomi, trust me, you'll be very safe. You won't need a weapon because let me tell you right now, this woman has the Broken Bottle Award for the hardest hitting hands in every saloon in Texas.
Because she hits people with a broken bottle.
Yeah, I do hit people with a broken bottle.
I love it.
Fists, hands, bottles, other people, it doesn't matter.
Oh,
Well, that was loud.
Yeah,
Damn.
it was. Good Lord, woman.
Yeah. I'm not joking when I throw hands.
Oh
Trust
man,
me, she got that spicy blood in her. Trust me.
Mm-hmm. My parents didn't raise no weak girl.
She's another great addition to this country. Her and her parents. In all honesty, I'm not saying that facetiously. Yeah, we got a great selection of wonderful people down here. Great place to be. I got to be honest though, I want to visit Britain really bad though.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be a lot.
Have a look at this.
Yeah, I do too. I've never been. I've always wanted to go to visit London.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance. Didn't get a chance to visit when I was over there. So
what was that, Cal?
Yellow Castle. Yellow Castle right there.
all right, nice.
That's the back of it. You see, you do it the last second, man. It's both times. Silly Billy, man. Missed it.
Very pixely.
Yeah, he's on the road.
I know.
Nobody's talking shit to the guest. I wouldn't expect it.
Why, UA? What are they gonna put me in irons?
Nah, it's apparently London is not great anymore.
London's
like
a
the
little.
Purge?
I was at London today. I went to Parliament, big game. Embassies a lot.
It's a little California-ish.
Oh. Ooh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, not less California-ish and more.
5 nations. Who's he on about? 5.
I think he's probably referring to
He's trying
like
to do the UK. The UK's 4.
Cal, we should probably introduce you to Shadow. When he says something weird, just say "Shut up, Shadow." So, just if you want to say that,
it's 4. It's 4 nations, not 5, my friends. Then you're geographic.
Yeah, Shadow, shut up.
yeah.
you know,
So
there's an easier way to shut him up, or at least to get him to start typing in all caps so much that he loses his train of thought.
$20 is $20, but I'm gonna need the money up front, big boy.
Yep, I had that same face too.
Yeah.
Hey Ryan, show him the tongue.
No, don't.
No, we're not gonna do that to Nomi.
Please, no. I don't like to see that. No.
It's Nomi's kryptonite. It's the only thing that stops her steel punch.
It's not like I'm gonna bring it right at your face and lick you or something, woman. Jesus.
That's disgusting. No, it's not my kryptonite. But if you came running to me with that tongue sticking out,
I'm not
best
gonna
believe
come running at you with that. I got more sense.
best believe, like I'll be ready with my gun at my
What?
side.
That tongue's gonna get you shot, brother.
I'm not. Look, I don't whip it out on random people. It only happens to be a thing here. And I only use it in certain situations, which everybody is a consenting adult, okay?
I'm not. I'm only 12. I'm a kid.
Well, you're in the wrong place, buddy.
So whatever I said earlier, that it was just a joke, didn't mean it.
No, you meant it. Hey, I work for the MI5 CIA operative. We just caught an online predator.
You're called Interpol. Nomi, they're outside of your house.
Bring it. I'm in the state. I'm lucky to be American and blessed to be a Texan. So I like to see him try.
Yeah, I was about to say, no, Interpol would never run amok in the United States.
Exactly. So step up.
I'll step up, all right.
No. Oh, wow. You guys need a moment? I could back out. I mean, what you guys in the room?
I don't like this.
You started it, dude. You started it.
Me or him?
No, you. Yeah, there you go. See,
I do the same thing with you guys. I make jokes.
I know. We're just giving you shit. You're the only woman here, and Shadow doesn't count.
Yeah. That's true.
Oh, geez, Lou.
It's a connection.
I'm about to say we can get Lou in here too if she wants.
Yeah, Lou, come help me out.
Yeah, Lou.
Yeah, let me correct that oversight here.
I'd like to hear some Spanish going on between Lou and Ryan.
Yeah.
Ryan doesn't speak Spanish for shit.
He can. Hey, he's got a translator on his PC.
What? No. Like, I don't want to. Look, I make myself look like an ass. Is enough?
That's your right as American.
To make myself look like an ass.
Yeah, today's Independence Day.
I don't need. I do it on, not just Independence Day. I do it on a daily basis.
That's what I said, on a daily.
You know what? I'll stick my tongue out right now.
Cool. I know.
Did you just throw up in the back of your mouth?
The Mexican and Brit have united against Americans on our holiday.
I know what state you're moving to, Ryan.
Anyone got
stop!
It's like showing a cross to a vampire. That's right. Zero in on her. Zero in on her.
I'm not in control of the stream.
It's safe now, maybe.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
It was only the tip. That's gonna get quick.
That thick, slimy tip, Nomi. It was only the thick, slimy tip.
I thought this was a safe space.
Oh, no. You're welcome to nuts. America, brother. There ain't no safe spaces.
It's safe if you're...
He's like, you guys are gonna get my YouTube channel banned in Britain.
Oh no. They already hate me enough here. That's why I'm fleeing. I speak too much sense.
Yeah, you really do.
Yeah, you got a good head on your shoulders there.
I have to be honest. Well, what happened to the good old days of of shenanigans in that country? Just people being goofy and having fun. It just seemed like, it seemed like, okay, right? Like, you guys were a little uptight for a little bit, and the Americans we were kind of like wild and crazy. And then, you guys kind of lightened up and had a lot of fun. You guys were very entertaining with, television on BBC. You got like Top Gear. You got, see
you later, Shadow.
Yeah, the IT Club. See you, Shadow. Just a lot of fun British television, and then it seems like you guys have gotten like kind of crotchety. What happened? In your opinion, because you live there.
Yeah. Top Gear, they got rid of Jeremy Clarkson. So Chuck Clarkson, who spoke like this, he was the best part about it. And they got rid of him. Then they had to make what was it? What's the Amazon one? Amazon saved it. The Open Road, I don't know what it's called.
Yeah. What is it?
So Top Gear got replaced.
The Grand Tour.
The Grand Tour. See, I watched the original Top Gear. I didn't really
So
watch
did
it.
I.
I'm trying to like work nowadays. I'm a young man making the most of it. They got rid of him. He was the best part. I never loved him. And then he replaced it with little like femboys. It got very kind of like political. In the UK in general, obviously Brexit happened. That split the country. If you have a look, it's 48-52 in favour of leaving. They wanted to cancel it for years. So it took literally, how long was it? It took 4 years to get done when it was going to take 2. We've had, so many prime ministers in the space of like 10 years that it's silly. We had a load of general elections back to back, so we can call early elections. Everything's racist, everything's sexist, you're a xenophobe, open borders, you're not allowed to talk about it. So it just got real depressing real fast. And the EU hates us. So Macron is doing everything he can to ruin our country because we left. They're saying, oh, you can still stay. It's like, well, no, it's called democracy. And they don't like that. They don't like that we stand up for our own now. They want that.
Okay.
So it's all just depressing.
Well, I was just gonna say because Yue, who is a fellow Brit, says media sucks, politicians suck. We're being invaded by boat people, American crap bleeding into our idiots. Take your pick. Also, yes, BBC ruining all of our TV shows. I would probably very much agree with that, to be honest. Because it seems like a lot of these political ideologies have have really bled into the EU and Britain and stuff like that, and it seems like Brexit is what massively divided you guys, almost kind of like our former President Trump dividing many Americans, and it just seems like people can't come together anymore.
Trump united more than divided. I don't buy into that narrative. Brexit is more divisive than Trump, for sure.
Okay,
I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that. And real quick, Luke Ashley, if you're free, I put the link in your DMs on Twitter. So you're more than welcome.
Yeah, Lou, get in here.
Sorry, I missed the last minute or so there because I'm going through a bad area.
Oh no, I just you pretty much answered what we were looking for because UA said Brexit saved our arses temporarily, but they're trying to pull us back in, and that would be to the EU.
I think the only good thing Boris Johnson did, he had so much potential, and then he turned a real liberal. The only good thing he did was actually get us out. Because if it wasn't for Boris Johnson, we'd still be debating it. And that's just a fact. That's not even an opinion. If it wasn't for Boris Johnson, we'd still be debating it.
What are you kind of thinking about the stuff that's going on in France right now? Because obviously there's been a lot of videos leaked about it, but of course
it's a joke. It's all just fun games. They love it. They're not doing it for justice. They're not doing it for peace. They're doing it because they think it's fun. What's it? I would have started rioting when the Syrians started stabbing children in the park that you weren't allowed to talk about.
Yeah, I saw that video. Yeah, I saw that.
I would start to riot then. I wouldn't start to riot when a gang member gets shot for putting a gun on a cop. But then again, George Floyd happened in your country.
Yep.
He was a nasty guy.
Yeah. There are statues here dedicated to him like he's some kind of hero.
Look up. I'm gonna tell you the Colston statue in Bristol and the Kill the Bill riots in Bristol, my city of Bristol. 2020, 2 massive riots happened to distract you from the clean air zone. So they tore down a statue and they chucked it in the river, which cost taxpayer money, obviously. They started attacking police officers, chucking bricks at police horses, burning down police stations, smashing up small businesses. And in the meanwhile, Bristol City Council do a clean air zone, which means if you drive a diesel vehicle into Bristol, you now have to pay £80 per time you do it. They're doing that in London today with the ULEZ, which is the ultra low emission zone. And when I was in London earlier, I posted a short. I was with a bunch of people who were completely against it because it's like 80% oppose it. Sadiq Khan is still saying you're part of the far right if you don't like it. To charge you per mile you drive in London in a petrol car so you can buy some slave labor electric vehicles from the Congo. Disgusting.
Yeah, it's a smog tax. California has something similar.
We've had it for 2 years, and to distract us from it actually happening and being forced through, they pulled down a statue that was there since hundreds of years ago, and they completely destroyed the city. They set fire to police cars, they attacked police horses, they burnt down buildings, they smashed up the police stations. It was disgusting. And the thing is, at the time, I've always said it was disgusting. And everyone's like, "What? You like slavery or something?" It's like, no. I just don't like seeing my city on fire and seeing
Yeah.
people get bricks chucked at them because a bunch of Marxists put a colourful infographic saying this is racist. Let's kill the cops. ACAB, which means that all cops are bad or all cops are bastards. You
Yeah.
walk through Bristol, you see ACAB everywhere. It's cool to hate the police. It's cool to burn things down. It's cool to smash things up. And if you disagree, you're a bigot. You're a racist. You're a Nazi. You're a fascist. A lot. It's disgusting.
Yeah, we get a lot of that same crap here too. But it, as far as like seeing things like ACAB and that sort of thing, graffitied or even muraled, it depends on the city and who's controlling it.
It's Labour, the Socialist Party, that control Bristol. Wouldn't you know it? The Marxists are the ones against police. But the thing is, I've noticed a lot of people of how do I say it, the diverse community love Marxism. But Karl Marx, if you actually read what that guy wrote, he called that community something beginning with N that I'm not going to repeat ever, and especially not on a bus.
Yeah, he
So
did.
I
He
don't
did.
understand what appeals to.
I had to take
Karl Marx.
I actually had to take socialism and Marxism as in order to graduate from an undergrad. The English department at the college I was at in California was 98% uh, socialist, and they actually forced us all to take that class in order to graduate. And he absolutely hated minorities. Absolutely.
No, yeah. He wasn't a nice man, and he was actually he never really had a job. He kind of like he got paid to live by rich people, and then decided to write up, "Oh, everything should be free," because he got given everything for free. It's not like that in the real world. But then, what's it? You sip lattes, you go to a university, you get indoctrinated, and there you go. That's what happens, unfortunately.
All
I've never
this
been.
is all of this is by way of saying that thank whoever that it is that you worship that we're not in the UK. Because
Who do I worship?
no, in general, to the chat, to the world, whoever it is, whatever it is, just thank whomever. We're in the USA, where we still got that crap going on because unfortunately freedom allows for that, but it also allows us to push back.
You know what I like? I like that you guys have things at the state level, whereas we abide by Westminster and Westminster alone. And that's a lot. That's a lot of the reason why Scotland don't like England is because Westminster tells Scotland what to do. Most of the time, Scotland at the SNP right now is doing silly things like trying to make 13-year-olds get gender reaffirming surgery against their parents' wishes, which I'm glad Westminster stood up to. But yeah, like the Welsh Parliament, it's a nothing Parliament. The Scottish Parliament, it's a nothing Parliament. Northern Ireland Parliament, what even is that? Everything happens in Westminster, London. So literally, 3 other countries get told what to do by another country. It's kind of I feel for them in that sense, but I like the union. For you
Fair
guys,
enough.
if your state wants to do something, the state does it. Obviously, you've got federal law, you've got state law. It's not like
Yeah.
Wales.
Well, that's something that our federal legislatures seem to forget is that states' rights and state laws supersede federal.
Yep.
We
like
don't
that.
answer to them; they answer to us. They like to forget that. They like to obscure that little fact so that they can be like, "Oh, well, we passed a federal law. It doesn't fucking matter if it goes against the state laws." It doesn't.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. We don't have that here. Like, I got Welsh friends. Wales is not that far from me at all because I'm right next to the bridge that connects England to Wales at the very bottom. There's a few of them, so I won't say which one, but I'm by one of them. And I got a lot of friends in Wales, and they don't like that a bunch of people in London are telling the Welsh what to do because the English actually tried killing the Welsh language. So you go into Wales, they do have a language called Welsh, and all the signs are in Welsh, and that's why I'm wanting to learn it because they tried killing the language. I got friends over there. It's only an hour drive. It's so much cheaper to live there. It's like a quarter
Boo!
of the price to live in Wales than it is to live in England and work in England.
Yeah. Welcome to the show, Luke Casley. Good to see you. How are you? Happy Independence Day.
Happy Independence Day. Hola all. Hola Nomi.
Hola, señorita.
You're muted, Nomi.
No,
Nomi, you're
you're
muted.
muted.
Hola, ¿cómo estás, Lu?
Muy bien, excelente. Qué bien escuchar el español de mexicano.
Sí, mexicano, sí es mi español.
Sí, el mío,
Sorry.
el
I can
mío es
actually hear-
nicaragüense y venezolano, de dos
No.
países.
No, I'm laughing at what UA said. You guys need more women. Get Shadow back.
I can't believe it.
Poor kid.
Shadow, I love you. You're my favorite.
Hey,
Yeah.
so we got some other people coming into chat too. Hey, Wookie Be Bad, welcome.
What up, Wookie?
Happy Independence Day to you. Happy Independence Day, Boosh. Let's see. I know I missed somebody else here. The Wheel Snakes. Welcome,
Hello.
welcome. I know. We've got a lot of people coming in to say hello. Outpost Nerd, welcome. Happy Independence Day to you all, and happy. Be glad we're not in England Day. And Cal here is currently in England, but he is leaving it. So
He is leaving it actively.
He's deflecting.
yeah, but that's it. Yeah, well, you know what's weird, Lou, when you came in and you and Nomi started talking, like that might be one of the first times I've actually heard the difference in accent.
Oh yeah.
Right? You know, when Amir speaks Spanish, she's very fluent, but like I don't like I hear Amira. I don't necessarily hear like a specific regional accent with her. You know, whereas no, it's just like there's a bit of a difference there between yeah. Lou, what is your accent Nicaraguan or Venezuelan?
It's a mix because, I was born in Nicaragua, raised in Venezuela, and then like my early between 15 and 20s, I spent it in Miami with all the Cubans. So it's a mix of a lot of different Spanish, but I think that the majority would be Venezuelan because that's where, I went to school and, grew up there. So I think it's mostly Venezuelan.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Yes, Boosh, I'm very real, more real than some people would like.
That's debatable.
Hey, while we got Lou here, I might as well, do the horrifying thing.
Why are you going to do that to these people?
Hey,
Oh,
it's the short
no.
one. It's the short one.
Oh, no.
Just think of the blood as lubrication, boy.
What?
Ew.
But yeah, I'm definitely, as you can see, Boosh, I am definitely more real than Ryan would like.
But he did like you, wasn't that his whole?
I'll say, I probably talk to you more than anybody on the damn internet. What the hell are you talking about?
I know, I'm just fucking with you, buddy. But yeah, no, we are happy to have everybody
at this point.
here.
We're in a gay marriage.
I mean,
So Cal was talking about Marxism.
Oh yeah, let's have an actual expert.
Thank you, Lou.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What, Nomi?
I was saying like, yeah, let's have an actual expert who grew up in Venezuela who can weigh in on this.
Yes, and the sad part is that it happened in Nicaragua with the Sandinistas. They moved in like they were the socialists and they were for the little people. It never happened. It's now the elites are running that country. Same thing happened in Venezuela. I said Nicaragua and then Venezuela. With Chavez, of course, he came in saying that he was for the little people and he was going to do all of these things, and the country is in shambles. a beautiful country that has the most incredible natural resources, it's destroyed. I don't know if it could ever get back to what it was before we left, but that's what Marxism does. It is the ideology of death. It kills everything. It kills people wanting to better themselves. It kills people wanting to improve anything. So it is the ideology of death. I'm convinced.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd agree. I think that Marxism is the death of all that is civilized, really.
the Socialist Party here, their motto is "For the many, not the few." It's the exact same as what you just said.
That's it.
But
Yeah.
I would rather be able to work and grow than be stuck in the same place of poverty. That's the way I see it. And I'm not a rich man at all. But I know one day I can be a rich man if I put my flipping backside into it. Actually try. Whereas if everyone was the same, I'll say if everyone's the same, it's boring. Like, we've got two lovely exotic ladies on here. It's all me. It's boring as anything. But poverty is less interesting than us. I'll tell you now.
Well, the problem with what's going on right now is that they don't want equality of opportunity. They want equal outcome, and that's just not something that's possible unless you literally. Dempsey says, "For the many, not the few," is also what democracy is. Democracy is almost as dangerous as communism. Yes, a direct democracy is absolutely because it is mob rule. And that is what the founding fathers of the United States of America did not want to happen. That's why we are a constitutional republic, because
even if you go back to the founding of democracy in ancient Greece, right? They
Yes.
never had a true democracy either. They
Nope.
understood that some people shouldn't vote. So idiots, the insane, the criminal were not allowed to vote. I mean, generally women and children weren't either, but it was obviously with children. I mean, you don't want children voting. Well, I mean, we've got children voting now.
Yeah.
We see what happens.
The socialists want it to be 16 instead of 18 there, so then they can get more votes. And that sums it all up. What you're saying.
Right. Yeah, Cal. I think they actually wasn't there talk, Samuel, that they wanted to try to drop it to 15 here in the U.S. for voting.
They did. There was some talk from quote unquote the squad, or the squat, as I like to say, because everybody in the squad sits to pee, including the men. But they were talking about, oh well, we should lower it to 15. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like 30-year-olds don't know what the hell they're doing.
No, what do you?
I was like, you can't. We've got people in office right now, in congressional office, in the Senate seats right now, who are too young to be there because they do not have enough fucking life experience.
Yep.
And it's. I know that there's a lot of talk about, we gotta put some kind of age limit on this so that we don't have like these ancient old dudes coming in. And I was like, maybe a cap for that might not necessarily be a bad idea, because at a certain point most people's minds start to go a little bit, and they're no longer in that position to maybe think rationally. But you have the same problem with people who are younger. Our brains don't stop developing till we're 35 fucking years old. Right?
Yep.
And given all the other stuff that we're into as a nation, all the debauchery, all the dope, those things alter the way that your brain works forever. Right? And we're introducing this shit into kids' systems like we were talking about the other night, Ryan, with the SSRIs. We're feeding that to shit to kids who are like, 9, 10 years old. Right? You imagine how jacked up they're going to be by the time their brain stops developing?
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't want young people in office, especially not doped up young people in office, because young people, they vote from their heart, which is, on a one level, it's kind of admirable. It's like, yeah, vote for what you feel. But on the other level, it's absolutely stupid, because it's like what you feel in one moment is going to change from one moment to the next.
Well,
the heart and mind are always in constant battle.
This would probably actually be a really easy question for literally everybody on this panel. Raise your hand or say I if a doctor has tried to prescribe you something to alter your mental or physical state for something wrong with your body.
Yeah.
That's 4 of us out of 6. 4 out of 6.
They tried to get me hooked on Valium and fluoxetine, Prozac, when I was still a teenager.
I believe you.
No, all because I had what's it? I was struggling with some stuff. Obviously, I've not had the best upbringing. I mean, I have a good mum. So I've not had the best upbringing and the easiest life in general. But I just simply go in and I say, look, I'm struggling. I'm sad. It's not, well, have you thought of getting to the root of the problem? Try healthy exercise and set goals, make plans. It's here's a load of Valium, strongest prescription, 10 milligrams. By the way, have you tried fluoxetine? I was on fluoxetine for 1 month. They want me to be on it for 6. After my box of fluoxetine ran out, I said, this is making me, because it doesn't just it's not an antidepressant, it's an anti-emotion. So it doesn't just stop the sadness, it stops the happiness, it stops the anxiety, it stops the anger. You're there, you just stare at walls, and in your head it's like life is numb, this is a void, and you're worse off. I wasn't like depressed, but it made me depressed, and I was struggling for 6 months after taking 1 month of fluoxetine. Honestly, thought I was going to do myself in, all because of like a medication. You don't feel anything, but you don't feel anything.
I'm familiar with how that stuff. Yeah, I'm very familiar with how that stuff works myself. And the fact is, like, if you think about that, think about how that sort of thing makes you feel personally. What kind of state of mind it puts you in. Now, would you want a couple of hundred yahoos who are all just as messed up as you are making decisions that affect an entire nation?
No.
Well,
No.
look at me. I'm a U.S. Army veteran. I'm classified as a disabled veteran, and the Department of Veterans Affairs has me on four different medications for various well, one is obviously an SSRI, and the others are for biological functions because the shots they pumped us full of, I get constant I have esophageal reflux disease. After that, like I could drink water even now, but especially in the military because I didn't know what was going on. They prescribe me something now for it, but I could drink water and get heartburn and get acid reflux. And they have me on 2 separate high blood pressure medications because I was having what they thought was heart issues and stuff like that. And high blood pressure runs in my family, and I am actively fighting to get off of them. And they say, well, you have to fall below these parameters that we agree up that we approve, not me, but they approve before we'll take them off of it. And we'll keep charging you at the same time. So it's not. Go ahead, Larry.
I think it depends on. I think it depends on which hospital you're at because I actually did a report on them for my post grad. But each hospital, each VA hospital is run independently. So mine didn't do that. I agree. VA is a pill factory, but mine was they were really quick to prescribe me medication without asking if I really needed it. In fact, my first time there, when because I'm a disabled vet too, and they gave me all the pills that they said I needed, I stopped counting at 23. This was all at once.
Yep.
And half of those could not be taken together. And had I took them, I wouldn't be here right now.
Oh yeah, no. I finally found out like a year and a half ago that a pill that I was taking in the morning and one that 2 that I were taking in the morning are not supposed to be taken together. So I had to actually flop them, and I was like, nobody told me this. So like, oh yeah, no, you're not supposed to do that. And I'm like, did nobody look at my medication list that you guys have me on? And this is not something that I blame necessarily blame my doctor for. It's something that specialists above her had actually overrided over the years. And then I finally met a cardiologist. He's like, dude, you're like 36. So this is like a year ago. He's like, you're on a lot of medications for like blood pressure. And he's like, your heart's fine. And I was like, I went off of them, but I can't get specialists to sign off on it. And yeah, it's a pill factory. The when it comes to the US government, that's socialized medicine. The VA hospital is socialized medicine. So congratulations. If you want a pill factory, get socialized medicine, because you will be their guinea pigs for life.
Yeah, and
I have
just
that.
because. Oh, go ahead, Cal.
I have the NHS, which is literally like free healthcare, which is it's still underfunded. That's the problem. It will never have enough money to operate properly. Um, and what I like is that, so I get anaphylactic shock. So I'm deadly allergic to almonds, and I'm very allergic to egg whites. So if I have some and maybe too much of it, my throat would swell up, I'd choke, I'd fall on the floor, I'd probably die. On the NHS, I can get an EpiPen for £9.60. In America, it's not £9 or $10. Definitely not. It's way more than that. But the thing is, we pay so much tax, we don't know where it goes. And they do like to pump you up with medication. When you're an old person, they basically give you so much medication that you die. And it seems horrible to say. I have a nan, or a grandma, whatever you want to call her, who is on fentanyl patches, as well as liquid morphine, as well as tablet morphine, as well as paracetamol, aka Tylenol for you guys, and a load of other stuff. And she doesn't know where she is half the time. She's sad. She can't eat. And there's nothing really wrong with her apart from she's old and she has a bad foot. And she's on 2 lots of morphine, fentanyl patches, Tylenol, and God knows what else. I think blood pressure stuff also.
Also,
so they basically just pump you up and die. But the thing is, we were told that she was going to die in 2015 from kidney failure. And I wonder what was killing her kidneys. She was perfectly healthy. But she's had stage 5 kidney failure for flipping ages, man. Is what the doctors tell us. But when you're old, and you complain when you're old here, they give you enough medicine so you die sooner. So it's a really weird. It's like in Canada, you get assisted suicide. We kind of do it discreetly. We kind of kill you without telling you we're killing you. It's kind of sad.
Well, that's what Canada's doing. The assisted, yeah. That is your universal healthcare right there. And that's the same thing that the VA hospital is. It is a universal healthcare for veterans that qualify. And quite frankly, there are veterans that literally die waiting in line for life-changing procedures. And it wasn't until President Trump that we were allowed to go outside the VA network to go to a local hospital that has lower wait times drastically for procedures that are emergencies. And it's changed the VA hospital healthcare a lot, but there's still a long way to go. And I would love it if, if everybody could get the same amount of health care, everybody could be taken care of. And quite frankly, they wouldn't throw narcotics and pills at people like it's going out of style. But that's just not realistic because at the same time, these corporations, they fund this, they sponsor this. They're like, oh, Mr. Politician, like you want to recommend endorse our drug for the VA hospital, right? Or for the Canadian whatever. I don't know what their healthcare system is. And it's all based off of profits. It's people lining their pockets, and unfortunately, it's the everyday people, the ones who have been, the ladder has been pulled up behind them, that the people in power, the people who run our lives are like, oh well, we know what's best for you, right? 2 weeks to slow the curve, and it's like 2 weeks turned into fucking 90 weeks. Like, what are you talking about? Like, and then after 90 weeks, it turned into to 300. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Our health secretary got caught in a WhatsApp group saying, "When do we deploy the new variant?" They were making up variants to scare you. So Omicron was never a thing. It was always just kind of the one thing. But he said, "When do we deploy the new variants?" So people are scared and they go back inside. What's the word? I paraphrase the second part. It's like he said we need to scare the pants off people. When do we deploy the new variants? You can look this up. It's called Matt.
I think I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, at the time, absolutely not. He's a robot. He's got no moves like Mark Zuckerberg. I don't know what he's on. But that's exactly what they were saying. So there's a lot of people say, "Oh, COVID wasn't real." I think a form of it was, but the variants, absolutely not. Because I'll tell you now, I tested positive like twice. The first time I felt nothing. The second time, for a week, I couldn't even move my arms. I couldn't get out of bed. Nothing. Like it's horrible. It's horrible. I never took the vaccine, and that's one thing that I got in a lot of trouble for at the time. It's why aren't you doing it? You're going to kill your grandma. You're going to kill people. You're going to die. And
Yep.
I don't trust it. I shouldn't have to take it. The NHS every week putting me up. Hey, you can get your shot. While you're behind your shot, you can come and get your shot. I don't want a shot. Stop texting me. Stop calling me. And they go, "Well, you need to get your shot. You need to do your part." I'm like, "No, I'm doing my part by staying inside." That's as much as I was willing to do. I mean, after a while with the masks, I took it off. It was legal. You had to wear a mask in like supermarkets, and I worked in a supermarket at the time. So I was an essential worker, so it didn't apply to me. I could be in a shop working with a mask on, no one else could. So none of it made sense. I never believed it from the start, but I'm glad I never took that vaccine to see what happened. My mate's granddad died of an aneurysm and stage 4 cancer. He had an aneurysm in the pub, felt before and died. Had stage 4 cancer. It was right when the pubs reopened. On a death certificate, it was cause of death COVID. And the whole family were like, "You never had flipping COVID." But you can't really contest it, can you? Especially during then. So
Yeah.
I just loads of red flags.
I think you're onto something there, Cal. So let me put it this way: if you were a part of an organization of people who was attempting to cinch your grasp on the control of the world stage, right? What's the best way to get John Q. Public to go along with that? You scare them. You make them think that giving up their measures of freedom for a measure of safety is their idea, and you get them to turn on their neighbors who won't comply.
Yeah,
You get them to do all the work for you.
Yeah, and you get like Karens and that who think they're like better than everyone else. It really inflated the egos of a lot of these people. They only inflated the ego.
Right, but those Karens are just a symptom of the overall problem. Like they're not in charge of anything. They're out there. They're presented as the face of this movement or that movement or whatever. But no, there's people behind them pushing them to do these things.
Yeah, they have them working for free, so that's real socialism now. You think you scare them?
Yeah, 100%, Lou.
It's population control. King Charles has even spoken out saying we need less people in the world.
King Charles, I don't know how you feel about King Charles, buddy, but as far as I'm concerned, he's Klaus Schwab's fucking lapdog.
Yeah, I don't like Charles. I like Liz because I think Liz is a once in a lifetime person. I like William. I don't like Harry. I don't like Charles. I think Meghan Markle can F right off. I got a dip real quick, guys. Sorry. I'll be back on, okay? I just got a dip right now.
No worries. We're here.
I'll get back on, all right? Cheers.
Yep. Be safe, brother. JV, happy Independence Day.
Yes, indeed.
So, but yeah. Yeah. So Lou
and Nomi's talking again while she's.
she's like, I forgot to turn my mic on again.
I was saying good conversations all around. and
Yep,
I
yep.
won't have my mic off.
Feel
No.
free to jump in and say stuff.
Did I miss something awkward for like the 30 seconds I was away?
No,
No, you didn't.
Okay.
No, Nomi just had herself muted again and was
Yeah.
talking at us while
Oh,
She was
okay.
in full on conversation. It was funny.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I have a really close relative of mine who's a doctor. And after the pandemic, she said, I am convinced that we are just paid drug dealers for Big Pharma. I mean, she's really, I feel bad for her because she's so disappointed because she truly believed in, doing well and not harming her patients and doing good. And after the 2 years that we were in this whole thing, she's like, I'm so disappointed. She can't wait to get out of it. She paid so much money to become a doctor to see herself having to be the drug pusher for Big Pharma. It's terrible.
Can't she start her own practice and just
Mm-hmm.
and just
Yes.
do
It's
what she
probably
wants to do?
it's not too late for her to go to a naturopathic doctor.
Homeopathic?
Homeopathic. There we go.
She's
Homeopathic
looking into
education.
that. She's looking into that. It's interesting. You don't see doctors studying the link between what you eat and the mental health issues all over the
Yep.
world, because one of those things with COVID, it's interesting because they wanted to keep us inside the house when vitamin D was one of the key things that would keep us healthy, going out in the sun, going out,
Sunlight. Yep.
walking, right. And they wanted to keep us inside. They wanted us to get really sick, to just sell
Depend on
us
them.
that horrible thing. It's just it's
Yeah,
awful what
speaking
they've
of
done to us.
yeah, you're right. And speaking of the vitamin D thing, yeah, we absorb vitamin D through our sunlight. We also get it through milk.
Hmm.
And if you guys recall, the government ordered farmers to destroy hundreds of thousands of gallons of milk during this time as well, instead of taking it to market,
Yeah.
along with other things. But yeah,
I hate to be one that to come off like a conspiracy theorist, but the thing is that I've worked for the government longer than I care to admit, and these people are the most inefficient at doing anything right.
Yep.
But what they are good at doing, bar none, is fucking over the people that they associate with or work
Yep.
or that work for them. They are good
Mhm.
at fucking everybody over that is underneath them.
With no
And
lube.
yeah, with no loop. And that's why to this day, they owe me tens of thousands of dollars and I still don't have it. And it has been 7 months because
Eh,
that is what the government is good at. They are good at saying, you know what? Um, we're gonna shovel all this bullshit over here. We're dealing with all this important stuff when it comes to like whatever. And then of course when it comes to the little guys, they're like, oh sorry, wait, your business went under. Sorry, but you know what? It was really important the fact that we all stayed home not to kill grandma. So yes, JV,
Yeah.
the
Well,
government. The
well,
government is here to protect us, right? Nope.
yeah. Well, and the other thing too is, and I think I sent you a message about this. A buddy of mine is
Yep.
retired military, and he worked for the government. And the Office of Personnel Management, I told him what was going on with Ryan, and he said, dude, that's normal. He said Ryan's gonna get his money. He said it's just gonna take a while. And I said, well, how long did it take you? He said it was about 2 or 3 years before he saw it. And even with me, when I had to leave my job when I was working for the government last year, I went to file for my unemployment and never got it. And come to find out that there is a code that's associated with the part of the government that I was working for. And so when I left, they knew I needed that code to get my unemployment, and they did not give it to me. And to this day, they still owe me my unemployment, but the unemployment office can't give it to me because these fools over here at this office are still giving me the running around and not giving me that. I just as a few days ago, I just found the right person who told me, who messaged who I needed to get that code from, and I still haven't heard back from them, of course, because they all took off for for Independence Day. So it took me a year to find out what code was needed, even though I don't know what the code is and where to go to get it. But when I was leaving, they knew I needed it in order to get my unemployment, and didn't give it to me.
Right. Carrie, this was a thing that was in the news for about, I don't know, I think a 12-hour cycle before it got quashed. Right towards the height of the pandemic, there was, but yeah, not just milk, but like, yeah, hundreds of thousands of gallons of milk, bunch of livestock,
Chicken as well.
chicken,
Yep.
grains, were all ordered
Eggs.
by the government. Stuff that was good, by the way. There wasn't anything wrong with it. Were
And they didn't have
destroyed
to do it.
instead
That's
of,
what I don't understand.
yeah,
They didn't have to do it.
instead of being put on the market where it could be consumed by the people, they created intentional food shortages
Yeah.
and that sort of thing during the pandemic, so that it made it seem like it was much more dire than it in fact was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, during the pandemic, didn't buy any eggs. I just had friends who had chickens and got eggs from them. So be your own resource is what I
Yep.
say.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing is too, is that despite how much they tried, I had no problems getting a hold of any of the things that I needed. I was walking around, I just went right to the store and there it was. So I don't think everybody was listening to them.
No, and it
Nobody
wasn't.
did.
And there a lot of rural places had farm to table stuff going on, so it wasn't so much that they weren't. But your bigger farms, your corporate farms and whatnot that ship stuff all over to the big supermarkets and that kind of thing, they had to destroy a lot of product by government order. And no,
They
Zillage,
probably
never.
took money to do it though, because they can't just force them to do that. They probably took money to do it.
We keep saying they can't do this and they can't do that, but they keep doing this and that.
Oh, they can do it all they want.
You know?
And quite frankly, it's easy for the U.S. government to basically incentivize a company through we'll just say lower means to do something. It's quite frankly, and at the same time, look at it this way: there are like what 5 major chicken farms in this country that produce the majority of chickens, eggs, and stuff like that, meat for the whole entire country. And I believe that 4 of them are controlled by major corporations like Tyson and stuff like that. So it's really not hard for a little bit of elbow grease and a little bit of nudging for the U.S. government to be like, well, maybe just a little.
As far as Tyson's concerned, I think they're complicit. I think they're trying to get their cloned bird meat out there.
Yeah.
You can
That's more obviously
is.
more recently in the last couple of years.
Buy their frozen. I bought their frozen chicken fingers a few months ago. Heated a sucker up, took one bite, and I knew.
Tastes wrong, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was like, "What is that?" I spit it right out.
Yeah, it's it does. It tastes like something that was never alive.
Yeah.
It's hard to place. Like you can say rubbery,
like
but that doesn't quite
something.
cover it. It's like it's meat, but it's wrong somehow, and you can just.
And they don't have to label it because the FDA said they don't.
Yeah, they don't, and it's cloned meat. I mean, they're growing like breasts and thighs and shit in labs, but it was never part of a living organism. And there's something about meat that was alive versus meat that was just, made. There's something missing from it, something essential.
Blood, a heartbeat, breathing.
Well,
I'd say life force. Yeah.
Well. Also at the same time, you're talking about stuff that this is processed meat to a super level, and it will drastically impact your body, not just your blood pressure, your cholesterol, your nervous system. Like
I can't eat chicken at a restaurant anymore if it came from Tyson, and I don't even have to know that it came from Tyson. I ingest it. The next thing I know, it's shooting out of me.
Yeah, that's
because
why I
my
avoid.
body knows it's not right.
That's why I avoid KFC. KFC
Yep.
uses Tyson chicken. Chick-fil-A does not use Tyson chicken. I think
Nope.
no, I can't remember what brand they use, but Zillage, I saw that you said no more Tyson for me. There's a YouTube documentary. It's about Tyson, of what they do to their chickens and how they sell it to consumers for KFC. It's a pretty disturbing documentary. That's the reason why I stopped buying Tyson and going to KFC based on that documentary of how disgusting and inhumane they do with their chickens.
Right.
But also real quick, Sam, the term free range just means that they have to have access
Sunlight.
to about a 5 section outside the coop, to where the chickens can congregate and get like a little wind, little sun, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'll go on this as well, what Brian was saying. Growing up, we had our chicken from the yard. My grandma like taught me how to kill the chickens, how to depulk them and take the feathers out, how to clean it. That's how we ate. And then of course, like being Americans, like, yeah, let's go to KFC and everything. And we've kind of forgot of like how different it was, because back then it was real meat, but now they changed it drastically. Now I'm going back to like, okay, I have to like remember what my grandma taught me, how to clean the chicken and how to cook it properly.
Yeah. And those are good skills to have, by the way. But even then, like right now, they're just cloning the meat itself. Like these are never living birds. They're not ever even a part of a bird, living or otherwise. There's going to come a time, I think, not in the not too distant, not very far away at all future, where they're cloning living birds, but it's still, not going to taste right. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility either, because they started cloning animals back in the 90s that we know about. Dolly the sheep, anybody, from Scotland?
Well, you can clone body parts like fingers, ears, and stuff like that on the back of a rat. You know how you do it, right? It's through manipulation of cancer cells, because so that's
how else are you gonna get a mouse to sprout an ear on its back? You have to mutate the damn thing, and that's what cancer cells are. They're rampant and uncontrolled mutation.
Yeah. So what do you think that chicken you're eating is?
Cancer.
And it tastes like it. It tastes like something's wrong.
Yeah, it has some. It tastes like plastic. It's something weird. You can tell when you're eating that chicken that's wrong. And I remember when Nomi talked about KFC. I remember the last time I had a KFC chicken. I think I was opening it up, and it had like these like pockets of something, and I said, nope, I'm out. I don't know what it was. I was thinking, oh my God, is it pus? Is it something wrong? So
It's fat cells boiling out.
Do you guys ever watch Supernatural at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Long time though.
In season 7, there's a restaurant, I forget what it's called. It's like Bigham's or something. Anyway, that becomes very, very popular because this group of monsters are using it to basically fatten people up and turn them into docile cattle so they can eat them. And every time somebody bites into one of these burgers that they sell, right, they're not looking at it, but the camera will show this like gray goo just comes out of the meat. Because it's not really meat. And I think that this kind of thing is actually happening.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a Doctor Who episode as well. Yep. That they're turning humans into pigs and slaughtering them.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find a video of what happens when you grill a chicken breast and this like white/gray pus comes out.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's a real thing.
Oh no, I want to see it. Like, I believe you. But my mom, she is in remission right now. She had breast cancer, but it sucked because when she got her diagnosis, that's when the shutdowns happened with COVID. So any of her doctor's appointment, both my dad and I could not be in attendance with her. We could not be in the room because of social distancing, which was total BS. and they pumped her up with all these medications. She went through 5 rounds of chemo, and she finally said enough. Like there has to be an alternative. So she went to homeopathic medicines. She went to a homeopathic doctor, and she went into remission with just doing right, healthy things for herself. And since then, we've as a whole family, we've always been mind conscious of like what we're eating and where we're getting our fruits from and our fruits and vegetables. Now it's even more so like what happened to my mom of where is this sourced? Where are we getting it from? How organic is this? Or like reading the back of the labels of what ingredients are in it. Because most companies, we found out, you can buy a box of crackers or something, and you'll say like organic and SDA, approved. But we found out all those companies just buy those labels so they can just put it on their box and sell it when you're not reading the ingredients, and it's still disgusting to eat them.
Cavatano Cavalryman Shay, sorry. Happy 4th.
Don't eat KFC.
Make your own sausages.
Yeah. The snozberries.
When I was a kid, I always thought sausages were made of schnauzers.
Yeah. And then since then, I'm an ingredient household now. I make my own food. I rarely go out to eat now and then. Only if I'm with friends and people I don't see often, but I eat at home. I don't know what's out there. And if I were to eat out, especially with my parents, we do our research on the restaurant that we chose. So where the meat's coming from, we're those people, but we don't make it difficult. Like, is it grass fed? Is it farm raised? We just ask simple questions, and we don't make it difficult. Like, all right, cool. We'll go by face value of what you tell us, and we'll eat it.
Yeah. We got some people coming into the chat here, like Cavatano there. Caucasian Sasquatch, good to see you. Glad you're out enjoying yourself in the sun. Probably could use that. Work on that tan a little bit so you don't blush so easy.
Good Lord, sir.
The Clue channel, welcome. If you're free, sir, check the group chat in the DMs.
Yeah, Clue.
The link is there if you're free. Yeah. So thank you all for being here and joining us. Happy 4th of July to everybody coming in, and to everybody who's been with us, and to everybody who may yet come in. Just, happy Independence Day all around. Just having to hang out. And it's been pretty good, I think, so far. I'm enjoying myself. I hope all of my co-panelists are also enjoying themselves. You could see from the little Popeye squint that Nomi just threw at the screen there. That was
cute.
I am what I am. It's all that I am.
She's like, anda, arriba.
My favorite character.
That's Speedy Gonzalez.
It is.
All right. Don't add my second little avatar there. Just I'm gonna share my screen through it.
Yeah, I was paying attention this time.
Oh, good.
My finger was on the button to add it when you said that.
So on Twitter, now you can add it. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, that's not right.
So, with that being said, because Twitter was the only space I could find it, because apparently everything else is Google's being Google. So if you want to add this, we will go over real quick the top results. From what Google says, the white stuff that comes out of a chicken when cooking is made from a mix of the chicken's natural protein and added water.
No, it isn't. That's a lie, Google.
And coming down, people ask, what is the white ooze in chicken? Please read on for more depth. This white ooze is basically water mixed with protein and fat. This is why chicken meat is a great source of protein, because every part is literally chocked full of what they just said. Chicken oozes white stuff when cooking it. Here's what it is. Like, literally, this is White stuff coming out of chickens. What exactly is it? White goo on chicken. What is it? Yeah. Nothing.
They're gonna tell you it's something harmless like fat cells in water and natural flavorings and all that shit. You remember back in the day when every time you bit into a piece of chicken, it had that like bit of red near the bone, and you were always just like, shit, is this still raw? But it was MSG, right? Injected into it.
Yeah.
And and that actually incidentally made it very hard to tell when chicken was cooked or all the way through or not, by the way.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, because there are many people in the US who had an actual MSG allergy, and they couldn't go to like Chinese food buffets because of it.
Yeah. Capitano, I would say probably lab grown, not mechanically separated. I think we're past the days of mechanically separated, and now it's all lab grown.
Yeah,
Especially if it comes from one of the big providers like Tyson, for example.
Also, at the same time, too, so even if it comes from an actual animal, it is a genetically modified chicken. So if you do not, it's not a chicken that is healthy on its own accord. Once it actually grows rapidly faster than normal, it matures faster, and also at the same time, it has a larger breast and wing deposit to where it actually it'll break the legs of the chicken because it becomes so heavy that they'll actually die from a broken leg, and then they'll get mauled by the following chickens around them.
Yeah, because chickens are dicks.
Yes. Well,
I mean, genetically altered, and you gotta figure a GMO chicken that's all hopped up on steroids is going to be more aggressive than usual. Right?
Steroids.
Because that's what it is. I mean, they're just beefing these birds up, and
so them big old puffy chickens that look super juicy and delicious. No, that's steroids.
Yeah,
and
so that they'll explode like that watermelon did in China years ago.
Pretty much. And if you do not harvest them fast enough, and you usually lose about I think it's about 10% of the stock, because they break their legs, break a leg and die, because their body is their legs are not able to support said body weight.
Natural chickens, like back in the day, like, do you guys know what a sage grouse is? Yeah, it's basically it's a wild chicken. They're found out on the high plains. They're not very big. They're about the size of I don't know. They're about half a cat's size, like a regular house cat size. They're not very big at all. That's about the size that domestic chickens used to be too. They're not. They're like you look at Cornish game hens, and people are like, "Oh, that's a small bird." No, that's a normal bird.
Yeah. A former domestic chicken, one that is not. I appreciate and hate that I found.
You're welcome, Zillish, to figure that out.
Let's just say this, that a normal healthy chicken should not have more meat on it than a damn goose.
Yep.
There's your sign.
Geese are the geese that go to market are also all of these things that we consume and all that, like corn for example. Look at corn. It's all GMO now. You can't actually breed your own corn anymore because they've had that gene edited out of them. They're so much bigger and juicier and plumper and more yellow now, and some people might say tastier and all that stuff. It doesn't really matter. But the point is like, it used to be small, used to be all kinds of different colors, used to be hard as shit no matter how much you boiled it.
Yeah.
And that's all been genetically modified to make it more palatable, and to initially the plan was to feed as many people as possible, but now I'm not so sure that's the case. I think they've lost sight of that, because the thing about genetic manipulation, the more you do it, the less coherent the genome becomes. Like it's like unzipping a zipper that, once you do, all the little teeth just go flying off. You can never put it back together.
Well, it's literally the genetic opposite of let's say and yeah, I'm gonna address this real quick. Address that real quick. Um, it's the genetic opposite of, let's say that I decide to hump my sister and provide an offspring. That child will be genetically deformed
Inferior.
because it literally has the little too much in common to kind of and so
Right.
at the same time, when you talk about genetic modification, we're modifying it well outside of the natural parameters, much like incest is, to produce a much more vibrant and luscious stock.
Right. Like, and that's
Yeah.
kind of what I'm getting at, is that like corn today is like the Habsburgs of corn.
Mm-hmm. So I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast because he had Robert Kennedy Jr. on it, and it's a good podcast. I would suggest to listen to it. And he was talking about, well, how are these people, especially like youngins, are having these allergies when none of us really had it. Like the older folks never had these allergies because everything's been so modified and edited where we're allergic to it. Like peanut allergies. Peanut allergies wasn't a thing back in like my parents' days when they were young, and now it's such a rampant thing. Like if a kid is exposed to any like follicle of anything of peanut, this kid goes into anaphylactic shock.
Yeah, that's a new thing.
Yeah.
Also dirt. Kids used to play in the dirt. They would get dirty. They would they would like eat a sandwich and then get dirt in their mouth. Maybe little poo particles, stuff like that.
That's how I grew up. Yeah.
Their immune system would activate.
We used to eat tetanus for lunch, and now
yeah, pretty much. Also at the same time, Clue says Sam ruined chicken for us. Well, you know what, Clue, not necessarily. Find a local butcher who uses a whole a natural local farm, not a big one, or also find a butcher that elk meat, bison, deer, veal, stuff like that, stuff that is super low in fat, super low in sodium, and always get frozen meat, if not fresh meat, where you will freeze.
Yeah.
Never buy anything off. Never buy anything from the supermarket deli where it's like, oh, it's good. It's refrigerated for a couple of days and it's good. You know what? It makes what last is the sodium that they inject into it. They inject salt water.
Yep.
Not to put anybody off or anything, but frankly, we're going to get to a point soon where if you didn't kill it yourself or you don't know the person who did, don't eat it.
Yep. Yeah. So now I'm buying all my meat from my local butcher who's at the farmer's market because I've actually been to his ranch. I've seen the animals that he raises. I know where my meat's coming from versus me going to Walmart, and it can have that sticker. Like I said, people buy it, label it on it's organic grass fed when you don't know where the source is from.
Yeah, bison meat is very, very popular here where I live at. We get tons of it. And but the thing is like the ranch that raises them and slaughters them is like 10 miles from where I live. I know where that meat's coming from.
Yeah, that's what we do with our meat and our chicken as well. Here in Northern California, we know a couple of places that do their own ranchers and stuff. And if we really needed to buy it from a store, we would go to a Mexican supermarket to get, from the butchers. But I don't remember having to eat anything chicken or beef from the supermarket for a long time. And even when we go to the restaurant, you can tell we don't enjoy it as much because we don't know where that stuff is coming from. It's just, I don't know, that's what's making us all sick. And, it's by design.
Yeah. And I was in Mexico recently for a cruise that I was on, and I could tell the amazing difference between steak over there to steak over here. It was sweeter. It's weird to describe it, but you could say it wasn't like sugary sweet, but it was meaty sweet, if that makes
Mhm.
sense.
Yeah, it's the purity. I mean,
Yeah.
we're eating plastic. I mean,
Mhm.
I hate to say it, but that's what they're feeding us.
Yep.
Plus all the
Ain't nothing
sugar and
micro about it.
everything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, the sugar is definitely an issue. And that was something else that I was gonna mention when Nomi brought up the peanut allergy thing. Gluten allergies,
Yeah.
celiac disease. Right
Mhm.
now, I know celiac disease is a real thing. I know several people who are very horrifically afflicted with it.
My dad has it.
But this
Legitimately has it.
was yeah. And like I said, I know several people who do have it. I don't. I can eat all the gluten I want. I have no issues. But um, that wasn't a thing back in the day.
Mhm.
I had never heard of celiac until about 2005. First time I'd ever heard of that disease. And then but when they started talking about it like it had always been a thing and everybody knew about it.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I don't believe
No.
that's the case. I think that it's the case of altering what we eat, which in turn alters us. And I think that's true of a lot of these allergies that are popping up all over the place. The peanut thing has been around for a while, but it's not, like I'd heard of cases going back to the 60s, but even then, still, that's like the
Well,
60s was right about the time that the sugar industry decided to go on their campaign against butter, right? And fat.
Yeah.
in the 50s is about when after World War II, when the United States started the families started needing quicker meals, and the meals of the future and stuff like that, and processed foods, and yep.
Yeah. What kind of baffles me, and I ran into a friend at the farmer's market while buying my butchered meat. They had their kids with them, and I was walking my dog, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we can't be near the dog." Like, okay, what's up? Like, oh, we have a dog allergy. Both kids have the dog allergies. Like, how do your two kids have dog allergies when you don't? Both you and your husband don't have dog allergies, or it's just
Yeah,
weird
what?
to hear that. It's
Hey,
so
hey,
weird.
Nomi. Hey,
What's
Nomi.
that?
My mother doesn't have. My mother and father don't have dog or animal allergies, but I'm allergic to corgis and certain types of cats.
Okay, but that's weird
It's
though.
the weirdest thing in the world. It is.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, they and this dog, it's my sister's dog who I'm still house sitting. It's a hyperallergenic poodle dog. Literally doesn't have any dander, nothing with it.
I
You
know.
mean
We have
that it's a dog that was genetically altered
altered.
to
Yes.
not trigger allergies that possibly came from consuming things that were genetically altered.
Yeah, so that's why I was like,
So
it's a poodle.
they're just adding to the problem at this point, because sooner or later that's going to cause another issue.
Yeah.
And those genetically modified dogs are known to have also, um, I don't know if it's mental behavioral issues. If you don't train them the right way, they become nuisance in the world. So it's like a vicious cycle of just genetically modified everything.
Well, I don't know. These are like the both best behaved dogs I've ever dealt with in my life.
Oh,
My Australian Shepherd, who's currently sick right now and sedated because of the fireworks. Um, he's just a hyperactive dog, and he's a farm dog. Like he is designed to work. He is designed to go to the field and get the cattle, herd
mhm,
people, cattle and everything. And then I have a Belgian Malinois, police officer trained dog that
mhm.
is trained to defend, trained to attack when threatened. But yeah, these two doodles that I have, they're my sisters. The closest thing you can get to a human being with these dogs. Like you can have conversations with them, but they'll understand you. When you tell them no, they behave. And one stares out in the window in in a crisis. But yeah, literally don't bark, no sass, cuddly,
Wow,
cuddly. I love them, but yeah, I don't have any behavioral issues with them.
that is amazing. Did they train them from the beginning, or were they just good dogs from the start?
My sister's little one, no training at all, but Chico, the other one, he was trained to be an emotional support dog. and he's the one who's closest to being a human. Like he
Oh,
he understands. He can actually read the room. He'll feel your energy. If you're happy, excited, he'll be that with you. If you're sad and lonely, or just kind of like in a sad state, he'll be with you and just cuddle with you. Like, yeah, he's the best dog I've ever experienced with.
so that's good to know. So I stand corrected, because all I hear from people that own those modified dogs is like they're menaces. But it also has to do with the amount of training that you give and the amount of discipline that you give. But these dogs seem that they came from a good litter, it seems.
Yes, and it really does depend on the good litter, because my
Hmm.
Australian Shepherd, I don't think he came from like a good. I think he came from like a what's backyard breeding is the best way to describe it. But still good dog. He's so hyper. I have to take him out to the county and I'll let him run with the
Fun.
horses. Yeah, because that's what he's built for. And my Belgian Malinois, he'll go out there as well, even though he's a tactical dog. He sees it as a game. It really does depend on the breeder, where you're getting it from.
Yeah.
I think the toy sizes, like the little teacup chihuahuas, those are the ones you have to watch out, because I've never seen. Have you ever seen a toy or teacup size? I don't know, Great Dane.
I mean, this back in the day, and this was like old school, but I did once witness an animal that was a cross between a Chihuahua and a Rottweiler. Apparently, the mother was the Rottweiler.
Oh,
Because the other way around would just kill the dog.
Yeah.
But I did see that one time, but it was like the weirdest looking thing I have ever seen in my life. I don't even know how. Sort of like Gizmo, if Gizmo was addicted to meth.
yeah. I've seen a Corgi Shepherd before, which is a cross between a German Shepherd and a Corgi. I don't like those. You
Yeah.
think
So
they're
it had this
cute, but
short
they-
legs
Yes.
with the
Short
body of
legs.
the German Shepherd.
Yeah,
That's
short
so
legs,
funny.
and then same body as the German Shepherd, but it looks like a German Shepherd, and it's not cute.
What in the hell?
Yeah.
Not cute.
Well, I
I'd
mean-
rather do an Aussie Doodle, because those are cute, but yeah.
This like we've been breeding certain animals for certain tasks for thousands of years, and there's nothing new about that. I kind of want to say, though, outside of the aristocracy of times past, the whole like dog breeding thing for show, that's kind of new. Like in terms of human history, it's relatively recent, and I don't know. I wonder if that's where we're getting into this space where we're just like, oh, we can just genetically modify anything. We map all the genomes. We can make everything we want just on a whim, just because we can, kind of shit. By the way, that's how Frankenstein thought, and look how that fucking turned out.
Yeah,
Monster murdered his whole family.
Before you jump too far, I want to say I had an Australian Shepherd myself, and I had a Shar-Pei pit bull mix.
No, those are. I don't know about the Shar-Pei Pitbull mix. I don't know what that would look like, but yeah,
I can show you exactly. I can show you exactly what it looked like. Hold on. Let me see. Let's see. Here she is. There.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah, she caught a my sister took her and she caught some kind of infection and they had to put her down.
Oh, don't like
But
those
yeah,
stories.
that's just so you guys know, that is what going back to the quiz that we did, that's what chewed through my bathroom door
Oh, okay.
Good God.
and walked out.
Wow.
Never mind.
Strong dog.
Yeah,
Mhm.
she was very strong.
Yeah.
Was she kept in the bathroom and she was chewing her way out, or vice versa?
We had gotten some new furniture in and some other stuff, and we didn't want to dig her into it. We didn't want her digging into it, and we were stepping out, but we were only going to be gone for half an hour, which we were. When we came back about 45 minutes later. Going there, she's sitting on the couch, just looking at us, and I was like, "How did she get out?" And I thought I forgot because I had locked the door, and I was like, "I must have forgot to lock it." I walk over, and there's this big hole in the center. She threw through it and just walked out.
Yeah, yeah. Some animals actually, well, most animals actually panic when they're confined like that. So
She was just being ornery.
I
It's not the
mean,
first time she's been locked up before.
okay. I mean, well, yeah, possibly. I just know that every cat that I've ever had, interacted with and stuff like that, they don't like being locked in the bathroom either. They sit there and holler. They try to scratch under the door and stuff like that, and of course it gets other animals' attention. I just don't think animals like to be confined.
No, that's true. But in a cat's case, I mean, you can chuck them in a bathroom and they're not going to eat through that door, at least not anytime soon. You're talking like Shawshank levels of commitment.
Yeah.
Because they're
Not
tiny
the
and weak.
point.
Yeah, I have
Throw a
to kind
fucking
of
velociraptor in a bathroom. You know what? It's gonna fucking one kick the door down and then eat your face. Like,
Yeah.
what are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Velociraptors are not currently a thing, whereas
I don't
cats
know.
are.
Have you? I mean, I have a Belgian Malinois, and that's close to a Velociraptor.
Have you played Fortnite? They have velociraptors, sir.
That's a video game.
there's a
Doesn't mean they didn't
concept.
exist on this planet, fucker.
There's a crate training concept I've used with all my kind of corsos. And when you train them, since they're very small, to be in a small space, they do not do what Larry's dog did, because they are used to being in enclosed spaces. So it seems like that dog suffered from some kind of anxiety being closed up. She didn't like it. She definitely didn't like it.
Well, it wasn't me, so it wasn't me that did it. If that's the case,
I don't think any animal likes to be confined, whether they're trained to do so or not. I don't think it's natural. And I think that people who keep keep large dogs in a small apartment, I think I think it's almost borderline animal abuse. Because especially I had neighbors that would keep a young husky, large dog, inside a crate, inside an apartment, and that dog would chew through the metal bars to get out and cut their mouth open to do so.
Yeah, and that's the problem about buying or getting a breed that is known to be more of a working dog. You cannot keep a working dog in a place where they don't get the exercise that they need.
Agreed.
So that's what, the training and the reason I talk about this is because I've had to do it with all my big dogs. When they were small, they were crate trained. They get to be like 1.5, 2 years old, and you can leave them in the house without destruction. But it's a daily type thing that you have to do with them, and you also have to know the breed. This breed is kind of, they like to chill. When it's time for them to fight, they fight, but for the most part they're just chilling dogs, whereas a Belgian Malinois and a German Shepherd, those are go go go. You have to really train them and even exhaust them before they become destructive. So, and that's a sad thing. That's what you see in the pound or the SPCA. People that get tired of their dogs because they were dogs and they didn't realize that they were getting a breed that requires a lot of work before they get to be perfect dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel so bad for animals that are abandoned by people who don't understand that animals are going to be animals. Yeah, I mean, maybe one day if I have enough money, I would love to open up like an animal rescue on like 10 acres of land and just have all kinds of animals that have been like abandoned and stuff, because I just hate to see the fact that they're like large dogs, and well, even cats that just like, oh well, he's a grumpy cat, and I'm like, well, he's 10 years old, he's gonna be a little grumpy. It's like, well, I mean, he's just not a people person. Well, maybe don't drag him out and let every guest that comes over to your house,
Right.
wrangle him around. And so it just, I don't know. I literally turned into my mother's son because she has a massive heart for stray animals and ones that have been abandoned by people, and she sees an animal in need and she's just like and I've literally turned into that. It's like I know I know it's not a bad trait, but it's like I don't know.
Yeah, see, and that's like for everybody out there, like if you're considering getting a pet, maybe examine yourself first.
Yes.
Because like examine your situation, examine your finances, examine how much space you have, how much time you have to commit to it, and whether or not you have the temperament for it. I know I don't. I don't like animals, so I don't keep them around because it's not fair to them and it's not fair to me. I don't my kids wanted to get a dog a few years back, and I couldn't let them have it because we didn't have the space and I did not have the time to commit to that because how kids go. They're like, "Oh yeah, I'll take care of them," and then they never do. And so it would become my dog, and I just didn't have time to commit to that. And it wouldn't have been fair to the animal at all. Plus, I don't really like dogs. And I mean, that's not, you don't want to bring an animal into your family if you are not going to include them in your family. And I wouldn't have. And I know that about myself. So I just don't fucking have dogs, or cats or much of anything. If I were to have another animal again, it would probably be a rat or a scorpion.
Yeah.
Because I like them and they're quiet.
And they match your personality.
They're quiet. They don't take a lot of space up. The rats can be a little bit care intensive depending on what's going on with them because they suffer from a lot of the same shit that people do, like cancer, for example, or strokes. I even saw one die of a broken heart once. It was fucked up. But scorpions are easy, really easy. Like they don't make any noise. You give them like a couple of crickets a week and a sponge that's damp. They'll just suck the water out of that. You don't have to do a lot with them. Every once in a while, you got to clean the gunk out of their cage. So you pull them out, put them in something else, clean the cage, put them back. And I mean, you don't even have to put a lid over the top of the cage if it's like made of glass, right? Because they can't grip the glass walls, so they can't climb out. It's just they're super, super easy animals to take care of. So Carrie did not break the rat's heart. We had a pair of fancy rats for my oldest when she was young, and of course, Dad ends up taking care of them. So guess who gets attached to the damn things? Anyway, one of them suffered a stroke and died not long after that in agony. It was awful. And then the other one, got lonely.
UA hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. Well, these were both females. They weren't mated pair, but they had known each other their entire lives. And rats, like people, are very, very social animals. They need that connection. If they don't have like another rat with them, they need that connection with you. And if you're not giving it to them, then they can pass away from a broken heart. It's
why do you think I got why do you think I got Renera for old man over there? He's 10 years old. Piper, he's sleeping. I call him old man because unfortunately his sister Phoebe died and she was about 5 years old. She had an aneurysm or a stroke in the middle of the night, and I literally found her, and the worst part is that she looked like she was literally in mid walk when she had something happen to her, and she fell over, and I found her that literally 5 hours later the next morning, she was fine, but I found her the next morning and she was stiff, and she looked like she was in mid walk, and her eyes were rolled in the back of her head, and I thought, fuck, she literally, she had a stroke or something. And he was alone for 3 years. And he was very very fidgety. He would be very finicky about food, about the litter box. He would actually, over groom himself. He would try to start, like, eating stuff off the carpet, and when I got her, she became a giant pain in the ass because she was literally abandoned at like
Yeah.
2.5 months old when I got her. And now they're like the best as of friends. Like, if she does something to where so like if her and I are playing or something like that, or she gets a little too rough, accidentally jumps on me and digs her claws in, and I kind of yell, and he realizes that that I'm yelling about her, he'll pop his head up and be like, meow, 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 and he's very protective of her. And she's actually revitalized the old man. So yeah, I think I think companionship in animals and humans and stuff like that is very important because
It can be. It depends on the animal. You got to read their personality too. Some cats, for example, are loners. Some cats can't stand the idea of another one in their space.
he was like that until she died, until he almost died, and then of course he became very the other direction. It's almost like her death made him need a little more vocal than he used to be. He used to be like, oh, I'm kind of doing my own thing, I'm kind of an asshole. And my friends and even X would joke that he's definitely your cat. It's like and I was like, but then after Phoebe died, he got a little more clingy, a little more like, holy shit. I think animals have realizations just like humans do. So
Oh yeah, no, they absolutely do. Here's another bit of unsolicited advice for all of you out there considering getting a pet. If you can't handle the inevitable fact that you have a longer lifespan than almost anything that you could consider a pet or a companion, like maybe don't get stuff with notoriously short lifespans, like bearded dragons, for example. Bearded dragons seem like the greatest pets because they're very docile lizards. They're easy to they handle and all that. But the fact is while they live longer in captivity than they do in the wild, that's still only about 2.5 years. And when they die, I've never seen one go in a pretty way. It's like their insides all become their outsides for no goddamn reason every time.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
I'm eating.
We've had a
really.
How was I
Larry?
supposed to know that? You've been muted for like half an hour.
Got you.
Well, you know everything, Sam. So you should have known that.
I love how I love the fact that Larry comes on live streams and he won't say anything for like an hour and a half, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Dude, I'm eating. What's wrong with you?" And it's like, you're still there?
I'm being polite.
Really?
Yes, I don't want to. I'm trying not to interrupt. I'm
That
sitting here engaged. I'm just listening.
That's what it was when you barged in at the beginning of the stream like the cool man. You're like, "Oh yeah, I'm here."
I mean, that's what I did yesterday for the Game of Thrones. I was eating and I didn't have my mic on.
See, right?
Yeah, I was being polite.
That's because you.
So in other words, you're really talking smack about Nomi, but because you don't want to get knocked out, you're picking on me.
Well, you think Nomi won't knock his ass out?
Oh, I will.
What do you think I just said?
He'd try.
Yeah, Larry would probably just shoot him.
You started, dude. You talk shit. I didn't even take it there.
Hey.
I didn't do it. You started, dude.
Oh, now she's off camera.
I know, right?
Good job, Ryan. Congratulations. You've now chased the ladies. You've now chased both off the panel.
I think Lou actually had something that she was doing. So
hey, you stay out
as opposed to dying of embarrassment, Nomi. Which I don't know why you're embarrassed. You're not the one with the freakish tongue.
It's disgusting.
It's disgust.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know why that freaks you out so much. It's just a tongue.
It's so-
It's like we all got one.
It's never mind. It's what can be done with that tongue. Not in that direction. That's not why I'm
But
saying
you
it.
pointed it to
Shit,
that
Ryan.
direction.
That's the only context that it has been taken in, and I did not start that, just for the record.
Yes, you did.
Because literally what started is it was a meme about The Rock where I'm like, if you smell, and everyone's like, how long's your tongue, dude? And I'm like, and then I did it, and it's like it's been like a rocket ever since.
Yeah, welcome, Shane. Sorry about all the tongue talk, and happy 4th to you as well.
Again, I didn't do it. Yeah,
I thought we'd throw in some awkward pause here a little bit.
You have comments, woman?
I don't. I'm letting it be. Why are you being so mean to me today?
What?
He gets off on it.
Oh.
What the fuck, dude?
Did you see that sudden change in tone on her? She's like, oh.
And
Right.
you know what? And now I'm a little embarrassed.
Because Larry is not wrong.
Nope.
No, that's not what I. You know what? I'll do it. Don't make me do it.
It's not our fault that you got exposed by the demon memer.
What? That's no.
It's not my fault that you're aroused.
Yeah.
What? Hey, Nomi, guess what?
No. I'm not looking at it.
Yeah.
I can't see it.
Zillage says he's making up for the times you weren't here, Nomi.
What the fuck? Come on now. Whose side are you on?
I know Ryan missed me. And I know he was probably thinking deep inside, like, why isn't she here? We sent her the invite.
Oh, clip that.
Jesus. You and I are...
Woman, we're going to have a long talk about phrasing when this is over.
Keep doing what you're doing, Nomi.
This is like... We are literally like two sides of kryptonite that just can't say things that are not horrendously clippable.
Yeah.
Clippity clip, clippity clip.
I mean,
I'm also the only one on camera, by the way. So
you are the only one on camera. You should still be the only one on camera. You're better than we are.
Yeah. I'll be back. I'll be right back. No. Somebody's stirring for food. It's not old man.
Oh my.
Oh my. Like,
crikey.
All right there, Mike. How are you?
I'm on no one's side, my bro.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, as if you're not simping for the lovely looking woman who's wearing stars and stripes. Come on.
Well, and also don't forget about the one photo pinup that Nomi did and shared.
Oh yeah, hey, you want to tell everybody about the creep fest that happened after that?
Yeah, so I'm actually wearing the same outfit.
Yes, we know. That's why we brought it up.
So Saturday, it was the first day of July, and it's my favorite month, and 4th of July is my favorite holiday. So Pride, the real Pride month is here. So I posted this. I posted a photo, me wearing the outfit that I'm in right now, and it's me in the back of a truck with a White Claw in my hand, saying "Happy Pride," or was it like something about like the real Pride month is here? You know, being patriotic and loving 4th of July because it's my favorite holiday. And since I posted that photo, I had 100 new followers, 6 new subscribers. All of them were men. All of them liked the photo. I think I haven't checked it lately because I'm still getting likes on it. I think I'm already at 600 likes on that photo. And any other photo I posted on Twitter, I've never had much of. 614. This is the most liked photo I've had in the history of Twitter that I've had my Twitter account. The second one was the photo I posted of Ryan Kennel of him being a lawyer. Like, if your lawyer looks like this, you're going to jail. But yeah, and it's a bunch of men replying back, like, yeah, that's my type of pride, and cheering USA, USA. So yeah, it's a bunch of creep fest of men that I didn't expect to get on Twitter.
Yeah, it's super fun times, I guess. I don't know that.
And it wasn't like a real pinup. I mean, you can label it as a pinup, but it's not like a full body.
I mean, there's
photo.
thighs showing.
It's tasteful. It's not, guys. It's not hustler type of stuff. It's very tastefully done. It's casual. She can walk down the street in it. It was just very well done.
I took that photo at a church parking lot.
Yeah. Do you mind if I pull it up here, or is that going to be an issue?
Yeah, no, go ahead, pull it up. Yeah, it was at a church function with my friends, and I'm wearing this outfit, and no, like, I got a lot of compliments from people in the church, like, yeah, patriotic, that's really good, like, go for it. It's like, yeah, my favorite holiday. And then here I am. That's my outfit.
I mean, what?
Yeah,
Oh,
and it's kind of blowing up a little bit. 615 likes, 30 retweets.
Yeah, and they're all men who retweeted that.
I mean, I'm not shocked. It's like,
yeah, it's a good picture. It's just I don't know what to tell you about that. Like, the internet is full of dudes.
It is full of dudes. So now I got my lesson learned of why I never posted pictures on Twitter in the first place, because of the creepy guys like that. Like, yeah, that's my type of pride. And like one comment that I kind of got offended, because this was the only one that was just kind of disrespectful, but it's the internet, I can't really do much. One of them said, like, yeah, bring that ass over here, baby. It's like,
yeah, I saw that one. Yeah,
I'm not all about that one.
I went through the replies on that just to see what kind of menfolk you were attracting there, and yeah, there were a couple who were, a little bit over the line, but it's not to be unexpected on the internet. And there were a couple of detractors too.
Yeah,
but for the most part, it was relatively tame and relatively tasteful. In terms of, like, complimenting a woman on the internet. But
yeah. So, like, you're right. Like, everything was tame, nothing too vulgar or too offensive, or to what I don't like. But I just didn't expect it to blow up that big on Twitter, because I thought I would get like a couple of likes from my friends like you guys, but here come.
I didn't even see, it didn't come up in my feed at all, and I didn't even know it was there until you said something.
Well, it was Saturday, so it was the day that Elon implemented, like, I'm limiting your view tweets. So
oh right, yeah, I wasn't.
Yeah,
looking.
I don't think I saw it until like Monday morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not surprised, because first off, obviously with the fact that it is Independence Day, and there are a lot of weirdos on Twitter who are not celebrating or actively speaking out against the 4th of July. I think people are just probably pleasantly surprised to see obviously a woman of not necessarily Caucasian. Okay, well, you know what? A woman whose parents immigrated here, and quite frankly, loves the United States, and is also very attractive. So I think you had like the trifecta, and dudes were like, whoa, look at this. And it's like, yeah. So.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Ryan. But yeah, like, I love this country. My parents came here from Mexico. I was brought up on American standards and American values. And I do take pride in my heritage. I'm not by means ashamed of where my parents came from or the culture that I'm from. But I do get angry when I see Mexicans come here waving the flag here in the States. Like, well, what made Mexico so great that you're flaunting it here in the States? And
Yeah, that irritates me too.
yeah, that pisses me off a lot. Like, why won't you go back to your homeland? This is my homeland.
Honestly, there's this one thing that really bothers me is when Cinco de Mayo is celebrated in the United States. Like, because that's a Mexican cultural holiday, right?
No, not even. It's just something made up to like just drink tequila. That's not May 5th is not even Mexico's Independence Day.
No. It had something to do with something in specifically Mexican history, though, from what I understand.
It's
But
like a pueblo, like an attack on a town or something.
yeah, I guess my point is that'd be like celebrating the destruction of the Alamo in like Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make
Yeah,
any sense. It's not a U.S. holiday. There's we don't celebrate Bastille Day in Canada, for example.
yeah,
We don't celebrate Boxing Day in freaking Romania. Like it's a national thing. It's got no business being in the United States. We don't go down there and celebrate the 4th of July in Mexico.
yeah.
It makes no sense. So that gets under my skin a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You
So
know?
this is why like 4th of July is my favorite holiday, because this is the true independence of this country. Where I came here, I was given a life and an opportunity to be here. So I'm going to take pride in what I have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And now I think you should be proud of your heritage, and you should at least know your heritage too.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't tell you how many white people have no idea about their family history going back more than 2 generations. Kind of thing. I mean, there are some who do, but the vast majority of us here in the States, like, I don't know, we have no connection to times past or to our European heritage or even our native heritage, because I mean, let's face it, those ancestors weren't great at writing shit down.
Yeah, for real.
It is what it is. But you should. I know I talked with you about this, Nomi. I just don't remember if we did it offline or if we did it on a live stream. But you remember me telling you that about when I met Edward James Olmos?
Yes.
Okay. And again, I don't remember if I've already told this story, chat. So if you have heard it before, bear with me. But I went to a talk that was given by Edward James Olmos, the actor, who I believe is also involved in like UN ambassadorial stuff, or at least he was like 20 years ago. And it was interesting. We went to a hall in Colorado. My friend Katie and I took her because I had an extra ticket and all that stuff, and there was a meet and greet involved. And he gave a talk to a room that was filled to the brim with Hispanic people, except my friend Katie and I, who, we're both. I mean, she's Polish. It doesn't get more white than that. But and so we were sitting there, and he starts off and he goes, how many of you in here are proud of your Native American heritage? Because like a lot of Latin culture comes from a mix of natives and Spaniards, or French if you're in French Guiana or whatever. But so they raise their hands. There's a lot of hooting and hollering, shouting and cheering. And he goes, great. Now, how many of you are proud of your European heritage? Crickets. And me and Katie are sitting there thinking about raising our hands, but also not wanting to get shot. and not a great neighborhood, by the way. We're going to welcome Cal back. I'm going to finish this story here, though. And he looked at the audience and he said, why not? Those are your ancestors, too. That's your heritage, too.
Mm-hmm.
Some of you comes from there, too. You should be proud of that. You should celebrate that as well, but you don't. Why not? Again, crickets. And I'm just sitting, and the fact that he had the balls, first of all, to ask that to a group of people who, generally don't celebrate that side of their heritage in an enclosed space was, definitely applaud worthy. But I've been thinking about that question ever since he asked that, because I think it's a damn good question.
Yeah, he is such a good actor. Well, I think he's a good actor, but I've actually worked with him. I think I've told you the story too. He was on a film at a golf course that I was working at the time. And I was assigned to be him and George Lopez's drink person to make them their drink of choices. And there was one day out on the golf course that I was called or just be on set with him. And both him and George Lopez and Christopher McDonald, he's the guy that plays the villain in Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, I know who Chris McDonald is.
Yeah. Also a sweet man.
I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good movie. But those three gentlemen, they came up to me and I was making them their drinks. They were still filming. And as I was making George Lopez's drink, the director came in. He like threw the drinks out of my hand that I was handing to George Lopez, started screaming, shouting, like, no one on my set or on my crew is going to drink on while we're on the set, while we're filming. He just like was just yelling at me directly, like it was my fault. Like, you hired us, the golf course, to provide these services to whoever wanted the drinks. I'm just doing what I am told. And he continued to yell and berate me, and I was in tears actually. And James almost, what's his name? I can't really
Edward James Olmos. Eddie Olmos, I think he goes by a lot.
Eddie Olmos, like, he is the one who got in between me and the director. He's like, you need to leave her alone. You cannot be yelling at her like this. You're the one who hired this. You've been on our asses all day. You need to F off out of here. And I was like in tears, and I was about to call like my supervisor because he did make me cry. And then George Lopez comes in and he starts yelling at the director, same thing, like, you've been a dick, you've been an asshole, you've been a fucking pain in our ass all day, like just going at him direct, like attacking the director. And Christopher McDonald's just like comforting me. He's like, it's okay. Like, don't worry. Like, we still want the drinks. Like, we'll pay for anything. It's like, it's not the drinks. Like, the fact like he came to me and yelled at me. And Eddie almost came up to me. He's like, in Spanish too. He's like, mija, if you get in trouble, I'm saying it in English versus in Spanish. Like, if you were to get in trouble, come find me. Let me know what happened, and I'll talk to your manager. This is not your fault. I want to make sure that you're taken care of and nothing happens to you. So that meant a lot to me, that him being who he is as an actor, very humble man, still came to me and was making sure like I was going to be taken care of. And same thing for George Lopez too. He's like, yeah, if that asshole like comes up to you again and starts treating you like shit, like, let me know. I was like, all right, cool. So yeah, I have like a lot of respect for him.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I met him briefly, obviously, after the talk, and he was a lot shorter than I thought he would be.
Yeah, he's a short man.
He's a very short man, but he's got a presence that's like 10 feet tall, and he's very welcoming, very warm.
Oh gosh, yeah, he is. The movie that he was in is trash, but he was a good guy to hang out with. Yeah, that movie was.
Well, he's been in freaking all kinds of great stuff too. He was in BSG. He was in Blade Runner, Mi Familia. Was it Stand and Deliver? I think. Yeah, a lot of good movies he was in. So we'll forgive one or two bad ones here and
there. Yeah, no, for real. And I was in that movie. I wasn't credited, but you can see me for like 3.5 seconds. But like, it's not. Even I knew the movie was going to be trash. I had no way. I had a desire to watch that movie. Can you please tell us again how he spoke using Spanish? I do have a trouble with Spanish saying like mija. I know he said mija for sure, but like I can't. Maybe Lou can help me out with it, but I can't bring it up for sure of how he said it. It was just basically, if you get in trouble with your boss, let me know. Come find me. That's all he said, and I understood it. So I'm not proficient in Spanish, but I can understand it more than I can speak it.
I think he could have said something like, "Si te molesta o te da más problemas." Or it all depends on what he said. Si te da más problemas, me buscas y yo te arreglo o te ayudo a arreglar este problema. Something like that.
Yeah, or yo le quiero I got tongue tied. yo quería hablar con tu jefe.
Yo voy a hablar con tu jefe.
Mhm.
Voy a hablar con tu jefe si te da algún problema or something like
Yeah,
that.
that's how he said it.
I always enjoy hearing natural speakers with the rolling R's. I have such a hard time with that.
It's so
Rojo.
good.
Yeah. So, Cal, welcome back.
Hello. I'm
Cal,
back
can
here.
you roll your R's?
Oh no. That's as far as I go.
Don't they roll their R's in Welsh too?
Yeah. I'm not sure. I don't think so. Well, what would they say in Welsh that would roll an R?
I don't know. I don't speak Welsh, man. It's all consonants.
There you go. Then. Don't come to my country and tell me how to speak.
So a few years back, Cal, I was working at Disney World, and there was this girl who worked in janitorial services, and I saw her name tag, and it spelled Lauren, but with an extra L. I was like, "Hey, I think they made a mistake on your name tag. It has an extra L, so it's like Lauren." And she's like, "Oh no, like it's Welsh, so it's pronounced Clorin."
Yeah, Corin. Yeah, and it could be urine as well.
Oh, okay.
See, I'm doing Duolingo. There's a word, Yaith, which is Lilith, and like Wales in Welsh is Cymru, so it's pronounced Cymru, but it's spelt Cymru. So like the letters are definitely mixed up. Like,
Okay.
it's just really interesting to learn. And like 2 D's is a the, so like them and them would be DDIM, DDAIM.
Yeah, the Irish Celtic can get a little difficult to follow sometimes too.
Yeah, there's Scottish Gaelic as well, but it's pretty much out of the languages that aren't English in the UK, Scottish Gaelic is the most kind of suppressed and kind of dead, unfortunately.
Yeah, but they tend to they will spell things that are in a counterintuitive way to the way that they pronounce them. Is kind of what I'm getting at. Like you take take like an old Gaelic man's name, Teg, for example.
Okay.
Teg is spelled Tadgh.
Say that again. How's it spelled?
Tadg. Hold on a second. Tadgh.
Oh, yeah, that kind of makes some sense to me though. But the keg
That one's easy, yeah. But then you get things like female name Ina.
What's the Dewey? Dewey is the name I have to keep doing.
Is how that's spelled.
So there's a Welsh name called Dewi, Dewi. But to say I am is also Dewey. So if you to say in Welsh I am do, you go Dewey.
Right.
So that's a mad name. I am in Welsh. That's one of the names I had to learn. But Gareth, we love Gareth. That's spelled pretty normal though, Gareth. But I guess you don't really have many Gareths. I know that pretty much the only famous Welsh footballer is Gareth Bale.
Yeah, I think there's a famous lady from Irish mythology. I think her name is Neve.
Yeah, it's spelled
yeah,
Niam,
but it's spelled like Niadh. But
yeah,
it's pronounced Neeve.
You get a lot of Neves. Siobhan is spelled Siopan.
Yeah. What's the name of that? There's this Irish actress. She's got a name that's a little odd.
Oh
spelling.
yeah, Saoirse. There's like
Saoirse.
Saoirse. Yeah.
Yeah, Saoirse. But it's spelled.
Yeah, she's pretty, man.
She is.
A good one.
She is, but she's she's
very
got
symmetrical face.
Very traditional Irish names.
Saoirse, yeah. No. I've never watched any of her movies. I won't lie to you. I know she played a Scottish queen once, Bloody Mary.
First thing I ever saw her in was called Hannah, where she was in it with Kate Blanchett and Eric Bana, and she was basically an escaped product of a lab that was making people into weapons.
Hey, did that come out in like 2010 or something when I was super young?
Well, when you were
movie.
super young, I was like 30.
Yeah, you're old. We know. I'm talking about my youth here. All right.
Did you see that, Lou?
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, it was really good. That movie was really good. There's a TV show that's not as good that they made that after it, but
I didn't know they made a TV show. The thing is, the Americans, they reboot UK shows and it's hit and miss. Like The Office was made by a Bristolian, Ricky Gervais, like Stephen Merchant. He has a TV show called The Outlaws, and Christopher Walken's like one of the main characters. So
I actually watched that. It wasn't bad.
No,
It takes
The
place in
Outlaws was
Bristol.
good, man. As far as BBC goes nowadays, because I used to love Doctor Who. Like the reboot, like 9th through 12th, and then 13th Doctor hit, and it's like, oh my god. But that's kind of sci-fi, so that might not be like up your alley. But I really I grew up on Doctor Who, like David Tennant, Christopher Eccleston. But I liked Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi. But I prefer Peter Capaldi because he had curly hair and he's Scottish.
I gotta let you know something here. You're hanging out on a panel with some real nerds. So yeah. Sci-fi is right up our alley.
You like Doctor Who though?
I am not a Doctor Who fan. I am a Stargate fan, but there are Doctor Who fans in our circle.
Stargate.
Yeah,
it's Star Trek, Star Wars, not Stargate.
No, Stargate's a different thing entirely.
It used to be, man. I have no flipping clue what Stargate is.
Yeah, it's basically the military gets a hold of a device that allows them to open a wormhole that allows instantaneous travel to another wormhole like it on the other end of the galaxy.
Doctor Who's better because it time travels. You get in a police.
I would not jump that shark, dude.
Well, we were talking about Wales. It's mostly shot in Cardiff, so let's do it.
Yeah, but yeah, Ryan here runs mostly. He dips his toe in with the politics stuff with us, but mostly he runs on the entertainment side of things on YouTube, and all that, and so he's got a lot of connections over there. Like we're all geeks as well as
Oh yeah,
armchair pundits.
Armchair.
Armchair.
I was gonna say, sorry, the Bristolian in me. I thought you were a farmer.
No. If I said farm chair, first of all, that's not a thing in the United States. I don't know what a farm chair is.
I don't know what a farm chair is. That's why I ask. Hey,
I actually know what a farm chair is. It's actually a chair on the porch of a house
on a farm.
On a farm, yeah, where you kind of relax.
They just call that the chair.
I want to give you
guys. It's not called just a chair. No.
I want to give you guys some homework. All right. There's a movie called Hot Fuzz.
Oh, seen it.
I watched it already
2 days ago.
A few days ago.
2 days ago?
No. Again, I watched this movie periodically. Oh, okay. I watched that one a few days ago. I watched The World's End last week. I watched Shaun of the Dead the week before that, and then I watched I love the Cornetto trilogy.
Hot Fuzz is set very close to me.
Nice.
That's why I recognize it.
Yeah, and you know the accents. It's no luck catching them killers. Then that's Bristolian.
Yes, that is a great movie.
Yeah, no, it's amazing, isn't it? And it's just great because it's in Gloucestershire. And fun fact: you guys are Christians, yeah? You follow the Bible, yeah?
Yeah, I'm not, but yeah,
that's all right. You'll appreciate this though. You know how I found this out. There's a thing called. One sec. Let me finish this. I'm going with you. Sorry, give me a second again, guys. There's a thing called Lutheran. Apparently, Martin Luther King Sr. was the one who translated the Bible to English for you guys. Yeah.
Well, the most common
Martin Luther. Bible, Martin Luther. There's a thing called Lutheran.
Yeah. Lutherans are a thing.
We had William Tyndale. So in the general area, there's a Tyndale monument from the guy in Britain who translated it from Latin to English for the plebs, and he had to flee the country to Rome, which is now the Netherlands. So it's kind of cool. Like Gloucestershire is a beautiful place, but that's where Hot Fuzz is set. Glad you like that movie. I'm quite shocked you know it. It's a good one.
Oh,
I do have to go back again because I have to quickly go to the shop one last time before I travel tomorrow. But I'll come back on the second I'm in. But I'm probably gonna have an early night once I rejoin. All right.
Actually, we if you we're coming up on 2.5 hours. I don't know how
All
long
right,
the
no
others
stress,
want to
no
go,
stress.
so we
My
might.
DMs and that. What's your name again, lovely? Nomi. Get in my DMs. You know me. I'll talk to you guys soon. All right.
All right, have a good one. Thanks for
See you,
being here.
Cal.
America,
Oh.
lots of love. I'll see you in a bit. All
Take
right.
care. Bye.
In a bit.
See you later, man. His YouTube channel is in the description below. He does do a pretty good, pretty cool channel. I don't know where the guns came from. I'm pretty sure those aren't legal where he's at right now. But
Let's just ask.
No, they're not real. You can
now
tell.
you're in the country now. Everybody and their mums is packing out here. Oh yeah, like who? Farmers. Who else? Farmers' mums.
Oh, farmers'
Sorry.
moms.
I just, like I said, I just watched that again the other night.
Yeah.
Welcome
but-
back, Nomi.
I'm glad to be back.
Yes.
Ryan.
But yeah, his everybody you see on panel right now has been added to the description with their YouTube links, so you can easily find them, including Larry. I don't know if Larry's still there. He's choked on his sandwich or not. He's been quiet. I think he
I
said,
need a sandwich myself.
yeah. I think it's getting about time to get some food, I think. And this has been pretty good, pretty fun to hang out, stream and all that stuff. I know that a lot of people have a lot of things they got to get to today, so I don't want to take up all of y'all's time, but I do want to say thank you all for hanging out. And like I've said at the top of the show, happy Independence Day, everybody out there.
Fight for your freedom. Reject modernity. Embrace tradition.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I just Larry did not choke on his sandwich. He's instead on the phone. So I don't know, Nomi, should we wait for everybody to get back before we close out so they can plug their stuff, or?
Sure, why not?
I think Lou's still with us, right? She was a second ago.
Yeah.
Talking about Hot Fuzz. Hey, Pacific. Good to see you.
Hi.
Happy Independence Day to you too, man.
Where did Ryan go?
I don't know. I think
he came back and then he's
or something, like a little girl. I think he sits down to pee. He's not going to hear any of this, so it's fine. And
no, I like poking fun at Ryan. It's fun.
Well, he pokes back, and that's what makes it fun. He rolls with it, and he pokes back. There's some people that you just can't have fun with like that.
Yeah, exactly. Because he can take it.
Yeah, like a man.
Yeah, I know.
Like a real man.
Because Ryan is a real man.
I might have to find out when his birthday is and send him like some assless chaps with fringe on them.
Ooh.
Done up all red, white, and blue.
I don't. That should be only for his eyes, and your eyes only.
No. We're gonna do this like it'd be like a face reveal, but not his face. Share it with the world. Hey, buddy, welcome back.
Hi.
What the fuck did I walk into?
Nothing. We just missed you.
Yeah. Nothing.
Yeah,
that's don't worry about it. Your hair looks nice.
Yeah. And your beard looks good.
Thank you.
You have a little sparkle in your eye too.
Yeah, I got a sparkle for you, woman.
Oh.
You started, dude. Again. Yet again, you started it.
I'm being honest.
Yeah,
I'm not. Yeah. No, I don't want to say no. I'm being honest. I was being honest. I wasn't being facetious.
Oh,
don't make
sorry,
fun of
folks.
me on that.
I choked a little bit on my laughter there. I had to mute for a second.
Oh, God.
That was rough. Not as rough as those chaps, but it was rough. Don't worry about it, Ryan. Your hair looks nice.
Like I said, you have a sparkle in your eye, Ryan.
Chaps, like assless chaps.
Are there any other kind?
Yeah. But the worst kind is assless.
Wait, hey, by the way, I was just curious, Ryan. When is your birthday?
August 4th.
Okay. I made him come in.
Do you need to turn the camera off again?
Oh, I need some water.
What the fuck is going on?
Nothing, buddy. Your hair looks nice.
So I did a stream last night without my hat on.
It's got nothing to do with your hair, man.
Yeah,
That's
it
just
has
what I
nothing to
tell
do
people
with-
when I want them to, like, overlook what I just said.
You know what? I
It
don't
works
really-
better on women. Yeah.
I don't really care.
Oh, that was a rough laugh, Nomi. Thanks for that. I mean that sincerely. It was fun, but I almost died.
Oh wow. Cavantino Cavalryman Nomi has a cute laugh.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, wait till you see her really lose her shit.
It's
She
not
almost
cute.
actually, quite frankly, it is.
Yeah, we did say that Ryan can take a joke, and he can. He's very, very good at that, and like in the tradition of the movie Dodgeball, if you can take a dick, you can take a joke, right?
Yeah.
I think it's more if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
I said what
No.
I said.
Yeah, he did say what he said.
No, I'm not too concerned because, quite frankly, play the blue raspberry.
Oh yeah, I didn't even have that shit pulled up right here. Here
What?
we go.
What?
I was looking at chat. This is on a whole other sub menu.
How? What do you mean? The whole number? Never mind. Plan accordingly.
I was just having a good time at somewhat marginally at your expense, but also at mine, if we're being honest here. So,
It's all good.
I think we will probably let's I think this has been a pretty good show, man.
Yeah, we're at
No.
almost 3 hours. Had a good cast and crew. Lou is MIA. Dick
I think
Dog.
she's still with us somewhere. She's dipped in and out.
Wookie, I think you mean Duck Dodgers. You can actually find that on fmovies.net.
Yeah, but you can find Dick Dodger on Pornhub, except in
I don't know what Dick
Virginia.
Dodgers is. I just only know what the Looney Tunes Duck Dodgers with Daffy Duck. And
Yeah, Zillage. Yeah, it did go by quick. We're not quite at 3 hours, but we're about
we're real close.
42.
Yeah.
We're 17 minutes shy.
By the time we get through our outros, it'll be at least 3 hours. So, Dermy is I'm gonna say it. Dermy is a dick diver.
All right. I'm gonna have to defend Dermy slightly.
I'm all for Dermy. Dermy's great. He is 100% incorrect about this paranormal activity bullshit, but he's great.
Watch his most recent live stream. Apparently they decided him and he bullied Devil Made Me Do It.
Yeah, I'm in chat at the very end of that because I caught the very end of it live.
Yeah, like what the fuck, dude? Are you kidding me? You bullied Devil Made Me Do It into redoing the Western anime. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, that was pretty funny actually. But no,
is
I was looking back because I told you that I went and I watched that intro he did for Ballbusters. It's like 15 minutes of him bitching.
Yes.
And it's all pre-recorded.
Yes.
So you guys just had to like sit there and listen to it.
Yes.
Which, by the way, was hysterical. I mean, well done, Dermy. That was an epic fucking troll.
Yes, it was.
But I also noticed that You know, he clipped part of what I was saying, and it's in that intro.
Yeah, I know.
Never gives me credit for it, but he did clip me and put my voice on there.
Well, he said that that everybody that was like, framed was,
yeah.
showcased.
Yeah, no, it was hilarious, hysterical, and well done, Dermy. That was I mean, epic trolling. It really was. Appreciate that. But Paranormal Activity sucks big floppy donkey dicks.
Yeah, it still sucks.
It's garbage movies. Of course, I feel that
Nomi!
way about most stuff. Why are you yelling at Nomi?
I'm just kidding.
I was in the middle of a sentence, motherfucker.
You better stop giving me a fucking sideway. Better stop. Better stop. I'm gonna do it.
This is like the weirdest game of chicken I've ever seen.
What the hell? Luke comes in at the end.
Welcome back, Lou.
Hi,
you have no power over me anymore, Ryan.
Really?
Well,
see.
I mean, Lou makes it back just in time to miss most of the dick jokes. So,
Yes.
Good on you. Well done.
Should we go around the horn?
Yeah. Why don't we start with
With you, Ryan?
I don't know.
I was gonna go say ladies first.
Yeah, we could do ladies first if you want. Lou Castley, where can the good people find you on the interwebs?
You're mute, honey.
Sorry. Luke Casley 20, and most of my content is Spanish speaking. Sometimes I go into some relationship things, especially related to femininity and so forth. But you can find me on YouTube and probably on IG. I don't even know what I'm under in IG, and on Twitter as well.
Very good, very good. And I highly recommend her channel. Everybody there is respectful, unlike here. So, great stuff though. And everybody on the panel who has been on panel, including Cal or the Divided Kingdom, who was just here earlier, all of their links for YouTube are in the description, so you can find them relatively easily. And I double checked; the hot links work this time.
Okay.
Nomi, where can the good people find you on the interwebs?
You can find me to know me without you on Twitter and on YouTube. That's where I mostly hang out. I usually hang out on Friday nights with you, Samuel, and then with the guy above me who is a jerk to me sometimes.
Larry?
No, Larry's a sweetheart.
Why do you hate black people, woman?
She hangs out with Larry on Friday nights too.
Yeah, I do. And I don't hate black people. I had a black president.
do tell about the black president.
The black president I never voted for.
Okay.
And she's off to the races.
No, I was going to say. And I'm also not racist because I have a 72-inch colored screen TV. Yeah, MAGA. So yeah, I hang out with these lovely people. That's where you can find me.
She's also neglecting to plug herself as a co-host of Abyssal Musings.
Oh,
She is, in fact, a co-host of Abyssal Musings.
I am a co-host of Abyssal Musings with Samuel and Larry. So
that's what I was getting at.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's still new to me. I will have content ready for this coming Friday. I will be talking about scary movies or scary things that happen in real life of random happenstances and paranormal activity, and we will be talking into that.
Fair enough.
And she's a veteran of plugging things that are.
Dude,
stop.
Speaking of plugging things, Ryan, what do you have coming up?
Nothing, quite frankly. Not until Friday night. I'm being serious. It's not a joke. So obviously I stream with all of you guys, and so Friday night.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
that's specific, but yeah, we'll go with that. I'm going to go ahead and speak for Larry here, unless he pipes up in the next like 3 seconds, because I don't know what's going on there, but hope everything's well. Oh, no, that's right. He said he was on a phone call. He did not, in fact, choke on a sandwich like I assumed previously. No, which is good, because we don't want a choking Larry. We'd rather have him talking on the phone to somebody else. But you can usually find him where you find me as well. So he is my 1/3 of the co-hostery of Abyssal Musings on Friday nights. He will pop in on occasion on Screaming Into the Void on Saturdays. We both work on Lioness Exile channel with Amira, so you can find us there. I believe when he has time for it, he even shows up on Royal Rumble on Ryan's channel on Fridays as well. So you can usually find him around there. And as for myself, all those same places, plus Ryan and I do a Star Trek show with a couple of other buddies of ours on the internet, which we postponed last week for IRL reasons, and we'll likely continue this Sunday.
yes, we do. And sorry, I'm tired.
I know.
Haven't slept in like 22 hours, and so I'm less articulate. So
It's that lockjaw kicking in from all the meth.
yes, what? Get the meth.
When he starts picking at his cheekbones, you'll know he's had too much. I have never been around people who've done meth before.
God, it's like almost 5 p.m.
It is. So I would like to thank each and every one of my co-panelists today for making the time today. I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate everybody in chat for being here. I hope we were able to provide some measure of entertainment and company for you all today on this holiday, this glorious holiday, the day we told England to go packing. Happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day, happy, if you're British, happy Traitors Day, whatever. Thank you for spending it with us. Much appreciated. And we hope you all have a wonderful night. Where's this stupid
See
clip?
ya.
I have a new clip I'm showing, so good
Oh,
night,
bye,
everybody.
Lou.